Greg Hahn is with us.
Hey, all right, good. Hey, love being here.
You're a single guy.
Yeah, single guy. You know what? Let me tell you something about it. I think women should approach the men in our society. That would cut way back in rejection if they hit on us, wouldn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
Because I'm not picking with a girl's opening line. I don't care what she has to say. Whatever she wants to do, the answer is yes. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to be smooth and cool. You know, she can come walking up. Peanut butter makes me gassy. Well, pull up a chair. Back off. This babe is mine. Because our lines are the worst. The guys, we're so, are those your eyes? Or does somebody take the stars from heaven and jam them into your face or your head or something? Are your feet tired? Because mine are stinky. Wait a minute. That's not how it goes. You like the guy with a tattoo? I don't have one, but I do have a great big rash that will not go away. It's shaped exactly like Pennsylvania. Anyway, let's talk about the babes.
All right.
Babes are fun, man.
They dig
you know what? I'm a little older and still I'm a single guy. I like being single, being older, because I know the games that the women play. They play hard to get. But I see right through it. I'll go walking into a club and I'll think, look at that girl trying to get my attention by making out with that guy. I'll work my way over to you. Don't panic. Stare me down with the back of her head. I'm amazed. Seriously, I'm amazed at how far the ladies will go to make a man jealous. One girl I used to date is now married. She has 4 kids. I'm not coming back. She needs to get on with her life. Sad. Because I'm dating other girls now, man.
Good.
I dated a girl recently. She was pushy. Like, look, for the 400th time, no, I do not want a breath mint. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking in here. All right. I don't have time for laughs. I got a show to do.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Greg Hahn is our guest.
I went out with this one girl. Can I say this?
Yeah. Sure.
Get a load of this. I'm on a date. I was out with this girl, right? Here's what she says. It's true. She says, oh, I did something she didn't like. She goes, oh, you just lost some points. Whoa, there's points involved. That's a point system that the women have. It's a point system. Men, we don't know what's going on. All we know is it involves points, and all of a sudden, we're down. You know what I mean? I was doing my impression of her mother. She's like, oh, you just lost some points. I'm like, really? How many did I start out with? Don't ask any questions. You just got to lose more points. Well, transfer my account to your younger sister. No, wait, it's your mom again. You're talking to a guy that can blow through a lot of points in a hurry up here, I'll tell you that. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
We just got a call from Tony, the yodeling Shetland pony. He can't be here tonight. He's a little hoarse. Come on, everybody.
Come on.
Just meet me halfway on some of this junk. A little hoarse.
Here we go.
Back that ass up, baby.
Well, I can't think of a better way to start. It's the Bob and Tom Show. 25 March 2020.
Thank you very much. Christy?
Yeah?
Are you holed up in a cabin?
Yes, I am.
You look very sexy with your
I'm lumberjack look.
lumberjackette.
Buffalo check.
Speaking of jacket.
Buffalo check. Why don't you come out tonight?
Yeah.
Why don't you
nice.
look at Tom and say this? Would you go get some wood, darling?
Should go get some wood, darling.
I got some wood right here for you. I think we planned that.
Yeah.
You know the basics. Hardwood.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Chicky. Josh is making us breakfast this morning.
What are you making us?
Just me and him.
Yeah, there were only 2 eggs
There are
left.
only 2 eggs. I happen to be in the kitchen, so.
Josh has some weird, it looks like some kind of putt-putt golf course thing. It's an egg steamer or something.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wait a minute.
There's
How do you
Ace
get
Cosby.
putt-putt golf out of the egg steamer?
You'll see. We have a
It's a
story
circular
coming up.
thing with little holes
Yeah,
in it, and you put
okay.
the eggs in it.
Well, it looks like you could hold 5 golf balls in it if you were
Yeah.
in a driving
That's
range.
fair.
Yes. Boy,
Coming
that's-
up today, I think the greatest idea in what to do when you're bored at your house.
in recorded history.
Did you see that thing?
No.
Oh, God, it's so funny. Coming up, if you're losing your mind, you need a little something to do in the house. Coming up, a special miniature golf course construction.
You gave it away.
thing.
Well,
No, I didn't. I did
there's
not
the
give it away.
story.
I did not give it away.
You got at home,
Yeah.
in your home,
Yep.
by yourself or just
With the kids.
With the kids and putt golf course.
There you go. That's
Gee,
all you need.
I wonder what the story's going to be.
Well, no, there's something very special about it.
All right. The only thing you didn't say were heating
Zip.
vents.
Did you see that?
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Rosebud was a sled will be the name of his book. Okay, where was I? Where are we? Okay, who's here anyway?
That's Ace Cosby, and that's Pat Godwin.
Keeping our distance today.
Yep. Fortunately, we're in a big enough studio we can stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah. So
me an ace.
we
I'm
have a
very
lot of
concerned.
stuff to get to today, including, of course, the Ace Cosby joke of the day, considered by many to be the savior of this program.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard that many
well,
times. I saw some research yesterday afternoon that indicated his joke of the day was could cause the virus, is what I saw.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
Ace, that's slander.
It's sick, you know.
Had he written it down, it would have
Can
been
you
libel.
imagine in court, Your Honor, my client implied that.
These jokes may be bad, Your Honor, but they're not. They're all excellent. They're fine. We have some new music coming up from Mr. Pat Godwin over there. Certainly looking forward to that, and of course, we have our new ritual here at the Bob and Tom program during the quarantine days. We'll say it musically. Taking everybody's temperature.
I was 97.3 this morning.
Orally or rectally?
I did both.
First rectally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wash it between.
Not necessarily.
Not everyone does.
Yeah, I may have forgotten.
Hey, it's my
I
butt.
got an Altoid.
No, growing up, we had separate ones, right? Do you remember that as a kid? No, that's the wrong one. That's the rectal. Go get the oral.
I'm out. This did not happen in my place.
No,
It
they
happened.
had when I was a little kid. There
Yeah.
was a rectal
Yeah,
thermometer
yeah.
and an oral
Yeah,
thermometer.
Chick and I share one memory that I want to say a special hello to people that share this.
Wait a minute. Hold
Wait
on.
just a second.
What are you talking
Just a
about?
second. Well, I can remember being at Mercer Elementary School in Shaker Heights, Ohio, and playing with mercury.
Sure, coming out of the
Oh, yeah.
thermometer.
Coming out of the thermometer, it was in little balls, and you'd
Yep.
scoot it across the floor.
Lots of fun.
Must have been awesome.
Well, it may have been awesome, but
my dad.
I'm not
worked-
saying it had a good effect on me, but
My dad was a factory worker, and he had mercury at where he worked. Something about magnetics and sorting boxes or something, and he would bring it home, and I would play with it. I would have a
Really?
tube of it, put it in my hand, roll it around, and I put it in my Pinewood Derby car when I was in Cub Scouts.
that's very creative.
Yeah,
You're crazy about the mercury.
got crazy about that.
Oh, very nice. Very nice,
Mercury,
Josh. Well done.
Mercury blue.
Does it make your car go faster?
It's just cool.
The theory was it would slosh forward as it went down the ramp, and that would cause. See,
Yeah.
The Pinewood Derby
I lost.
was.
I think I won one.
I remember when I did it, and it was all about the other guys' dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd have the guy who was the aerospace engineer that had essentially spent all the last
Conduct
5
wind
weeks at
tests.
work. Yeah. I don't think my car even made it down the hill. I learned a valuable lesson. Automobile
You're not a
engineering
car
is
designer.
not for me, although
Yeah.
as much as I love cars.
It was a pissing contest among the fathers.
Yeah,
Really did turn
but,
into
the point being that we used to play with mercury. But now, when you talk about terrible ideas, and when I mentioned this once before, and then all these people said I was making it up.
You're
But Josh,
making it up.
This is actually a true thing.
Okay.
There was a very brief period of time in the history of this country when you would walk into a shoe store and you would stand on a machine that was more or less an X-ray,
Yeah.
and you'd put the shoes on and they would press the button and you could see where your bones were landing inside the shoe.
Man.
And you would hear a.
Yeah.
I don't
know
remember that.
People are going to think I'm making it up, but it's true.
Yeah, you can find that on.
You can
Google
imagine
that.
the guys that were operating. Well, you can't imagine them now because I doubt if they're around.
Yeah.
They'd be 140 and
You'd
they'd
have
be
to
glowing.
imagine.
Yeah, so we don't always know what's bad for us in the world.
No,
so,
we don't.
Yeah, but
Who knew that eating bat soup was bad for us?
Yeah.
We had no idea.
Yes,
Smoking
thank you.
was-
Thanks
smoking's
for
bad.
bringing it back around. Have any movies ever done the thing with the? Wasn't it called a fluoroscope, or am I imagining
I think
that?
that's exactly right.
Or maybe it
think
was.
you're right.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't remember. In any event.
It was like in the late 50s.
Yeah, that'd
wasn't
be.
it?
I think it was in the early 50s. I don't think I ever actually experienced it except hearing about it. In any event, we don't always know what's good for us.
Right.
That is certainly the case, as we learned yesterday at this time when we played this classic.
The Flintstones, brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
There we go.
Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
God, is just unbelievable.
The shoe fitting fluoroscope. You're exactly right, Tom.
It was a fluoroscope? Okay, yeah. So, hilarious. And
They
super cool.
they lasted till the 70s.
Wow.
What? Huh?
Probably in some stores.
Yeah.
Well, like, really?
It said shoe stores from the 1920s until about the 1970s in the United States. Wow.
I bet you some of those salesmen, that was the way they closed the sale. They put the shoe on and
They put on a lead vest.
And they really.
Hey, excuse me, I'm going to go to the next room so you can look how your shoes fit.
I bet
Man.
they fought getting rid of it because that would nail down the sale.
Sure.
What's the farthest anybody's ever walked in the shoe store? Like, take a little walk, see how they feel. Has anybody ever put them on and just walked out?
That is a video that's gone viral. A couple of those.
People just walk out.
People go in the store and start to run to see if the salesperson chases after them, and they do, and then they just come back like they weren't doing anything. It's like, yeah, they jet out real quick, and then they stop. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
No shoe sales on the show today.
Unconscious stereotyping.
Yesterday during the show, it became somewhat official that the Adidas Tokyo has been reissued. It won't be really. You won't be wearing them until 2021, apparently.
No, we'll have
Did you
that
see
coming up.
that they're going to keep calling it the 2020 games, even though they're going to take place in 2021?
That seems weird.
I was thinking about it, and then I finally figured out why.
Are they just stubborn? Oh,
Everything's made
merchandise.
already.
They've probably printed 30 million condoms.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, it got to be a merch thing.
Hats.
and also a tribute to the fact that it was supposed to be 2020. We'll get to that coming up in
Well,
sports.
we'll give you
Plus,
a
it looks
hint.
cooler. 2020 looks better than 2021. Come on, let's face it.
No, it doesn't.
It's nice and even.
Oh, I think so.
2020 is nice
Yeah.
and even. Yeah.
2020?
You
Sure
can
it
wear a
does.
pair of 2020 glasses at the New Year's Eve party.
Maybe they'll
Yeah.
just use a slogan like "Hindsight is always 2020."
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
I
how-
didn't mean to bother you with that.
No, that's, I'm just waiting. No, I know. I got the setup. Go ahead. Go do the punchline now.
It's really how he really thought that one over. Here's what it sounds like.
Well, that's it. We've been canceled.
There you go. More on that coming up.
Okay. Any other?
Well, world records, of course, and NFL action, and rest easy, United States of America. Tom Brady has been introduced as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and they're going right to the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about it.
What are you saying? 8-8.
Maybe 9-7.
Okay.
Or
Now,
maybe 7-9.
I want to show you, you young folks that are thinking about getting into radio, the magic of radio.
Yes, please.
Good.
Okay, I have some audio from the show. I'm going to replay it, but I'm going to reset it up. This is actual audio from the show, but first I'm going to say, Christy, have you ever said this in the bedroom?
No, that's the wrong one. That's the rectal. Go get the oral.
Now, you see, what I did there
Yeah,
was
I saw what you did
Dean
there.
did there. Don't blame this on me. You can see how this worked. Okay, that's coming up. Also, we have a lot of good animal news today.
I'm not the only one who had that as a kid, right?
I had
There were
it too,
two
yeah.
We did not.
thermometers.
Yep.
Okay.
You know the difference between an oral and rectal thermometer?
No.
The taste. Come on. That's basic joke 101.
Oh, yeah, some lip smacking comedy. Thank you very much.
You know that's had to have happened.
Oh, sure.
Let's,
Yeah.
Somebody.
really.
Shall we not dwell?
This tastes gummy.
Now, is the temperature now is all taken with that handheld thing?
Yep.
So
Mine lights up. And
yeah, it's
Shoot
very.
at your forehead.
here's the thing, though. Like last time I saw my daughter in person, like, I don't know, 20 days ago, it beeps evidently, and I couldn't hear it.
What?
I'm missing that frequency.
That frequency is gone from your 40 years of wearing headphones.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And she looks at me. Dad, you can't hear that? Nope, can't hear a damn thing. Stop flapping your gums, wiseacre.
Take the mustard plaster off my back.
Have you ever had Vicks mentholatum rubbed
Yeah.
on your chest?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big deal as
Yeah,
a kid.
that did absolutely nothing.
And then she'd put a little bit right under your nose. So that
nothing.
I still,
I agree.
this is my contention.
Yeah, wait, is this your contention?
This is my
ahead.
contention. My mother made me swallow a teaspoon of that when I was a kid.
no way.
I'm certain of it.
I love that stuff. I think it does. It kind of gets
I like
you
the
going.
smell. I like the camphor. I
Yeah.
like, but she right down the hatch.
Unbelievable.
Was she not clear in the directions? Or was
Yeah.
this some hillbilly cure.
Well, that's what you do. See, you take that, you eat this, right down the gullet,
Okay,
and
well,
then
we'll-
you find a nice sized rock. And you stir it into your joe like coconut oil.
I swear that happened.
My pappy did it as a dip.
He kept
Right there in his lip.
Yeah, not like chips and dip. No, he just stick it under the
It
gum.
really did freshen his breath, though.
Coming up in the news, we have snakes, dinosaurs, hippos, ponies, robots, dolphins. Ugh, that's a creepy story.
Robot dolphin. Now you're talking.
No, got robots, paws, dolphins, and a guy who attacking his neighbor with a samurai sword.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, times are rough. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Mark Allison with you here on what I like to call Wednesday Hump Day, everybody. It's March 25th, 2020. And yes, the Bob and Tom Show is here live again this morning just for you. Resident geek Jessica Alsman and our relationship expert Allie Breen will be checking in with Allie from New York City, not only about your relationships and seeing if we can solve them, but we'll also check in and see how Allie's holding up in the epicenter, if you will, of the coronavirus here in the United States, Manhattan and New York City. A lot of positive tests there, and Allie, I'm sure, is hunkered down. We'll catch up with her later this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment news. Billionaire Warren Buffett appearing in an animated ad about proper hand-washing techniques to help educate kids during the coronavirus outbreak. The new public service announcement's tied to the Secret Millionaires Club cartoon that features advice from an animated version of the billionaire investor. Buffett lent his voice to the ad that touts the benefits of washing hands for at least 20 seconds. Lollapalooza holding off announcing a lineup for the summer's festival. Organizers tweet that while they usually announce the lineup around this time of year, they're at home taking care of each other, listening to music, and dreaming of summertime in Chicago. Organizers say they're going forward with planning for a time when it's safe to hold the festival. Right now, Lollapalooza is scheduled for July 30th through August 2nd. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions now will take place on November 7th in Cleveland. The ceremony was supposed to be in May, but was called off due to the coronavirus concerns. This year's inductees, the Doobie Brothers, Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, T-Rex, the Notorious B.I.G., and 9 Inch Nails. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and
I
Tom.
think dogs everywhere are really kind of enjoying this.
Oh, hell yeah. All their parents are home.
And they get to go on long walks.
Kids are playing with me. We played ball yesterday in the backyard.
Not all dogs are happy. Some of their owners have died.
That's true.
Oh, hang on one second.
Oh my gosh, Josh.
Oh, I'm just trying to make a point.
Well, we're supposed to make people feel good.
You know what? I've never been more proud of you.
And now a short 5-second song.
There's nothing funny down that road. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program 24/7.
Well, Jerry, this time we've really done it. We went and caught the crabs.
That's right, Dino. Pubic enemy number one. Let's tell those girls how we feel.
Strangers in my shorts, I keep on scratching.
Strangers in my shorts, these eggs keep hatching.
With each and every itch, I'm reminded of you.
No wonder those girls were so easy, Dino.
We met at that motel down by the ocean.
Now I'm back at home with my Quell lotion.
Trying to forget our little rendezvous. Strangers in my shorts, they're multiplying. Strangers in my shorts, why aren't they dying?
I'm sitting here at home with my little comb. The medicine the doctor gave doesn't work, I'll have to shave.
Every time I look, they make me shudder.
These aren't the kind of crabs you eat with butter.
Oh, life is so unkind with strangers in my shorts.
Here, Jerry, put on some more of this Quell lotion.
I don't know, Dino. It makes my pubes look all greasy.
That's perfectly natural, Pally. They call that a Jerry curl.
Oh, hey, Dino, knock, knock.
Yep, 6:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That's Christy Lee. She's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, 61. Tonight down to 45. Cloudy tomorrow, warmer, high almost to 70. We have 36 degrees. Oh, by the way, heavy trash pickup has been put on hold here in central Indiana. So if you're cleaning out the house,
We'll just stow it for now. It's
Cleaning out the house.
Yeah.
Special thanks to everybody out there picking up garbage.
No joke. Thank you, thank you.
Driving the trucks and doing all that. So,
You're essential.
Yes. We're very pleased that you're able to work. And now, a couple of things coming up here on Q95. Starting this morning at 10, it's something new. It's the Bob and Tom After Party. It'll be some great music for you. And
everybody knows that's where the action happens, is the after party.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where everybody hooks up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
are we all going to hook up?
Well, in radio,
we can't.
Yeah, the after party.
Stay 6 feet away.
Again, the after party in radio starting at 10 this morning. Whereas back when some of us were in the restaurant business, the after party started at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
God, those were the
Party
days.
all night.
When's the last time you were up when the sun came up?
Every day?
Every day.
No, I mean, you know what I mean,
Thank you.
smart ass.
Before you went to sleep.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Mr. and Mrs. Turd.
You don't want to know. It was a very unpleasant situation. Let's get back to the action, shall we? Oh, that feels good. Right there. That's the spot. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are here. It is the 25th of March, 2020. As the quarantine continues, we are keeping our social distance by being, for the most part, 10 feet apart. We did some measuring in the room yesterday. I think we're going to have to move someone.
I guess I'm leaving.
I think we're all 6 feet apart. I think it's fine.
I think it's supposed to be 10 now. I think they upped the stakes.
10?
No.
The point is...
I heard it was 45. Let's just do
God,
45.
why don't we just stay home?
The point is...
if you want to see an argument against us being in separate locations, watch local news. Josh, I'll point to you when I want you to talk. Good morning, Josh. How are you?
Pause.
Chick, hi. How are you this morning?
Exactly.
Some of the engineers haven't figured it out yet, but for the most part,
I think there's a delay situation probably.
Yeah. We have a lot to get to here. But first, who is who in this room?
Yeah.
Since we are doing the show, we're streaming it as a special bonus on YouTube.
Bone us. Oh, good.
I feel sorry for people listening for the first time. I think that's the quality of humor they're going to be getting today. Let's see now. Ace Cosby is our engineer. Ace, it's good to see you, sir.
Poopy butt.
And,
Got my camera back.
Ace and I have been kind of prepping for this for pretty much an entire lifetime. Ace, whenever he walks in here, he has always been spraying with Lysol and rubbing everything down with disinfectant. And he hesitates to go in many of the rooms we frequent because we obviously are all turd-laden germ carriers.
Of course.
So, and I've always had a couple of massive things of hand sanitizer available. In fact,
are you going to run out, or do you?
No, I've got another one of these. Oh, if I take it,
then
I've got this one,
Zowie.
and then I've got one in my car, and then I've got a case.
Okay,
in a secret place in the
that
building.
one is the size of a half-gallon milk jug. Or a gallon milk
sure
jug.
is.
Oh, yeah.
I've had that thing for a couple of weeks.
Weeks.
Weeks. I'm joking.
Weeks, he said.
No, of course.
I've had it for at least a month. The rest of the cast would include Josh Arnold over there.
Hi, everybody.
In a nice plaid shirt. Christy Lee doing the lumberjackette thing today.
You know, I have pants that match this, actually.
But you're not wearing them.
Oh,
right?
Well, they're my pajama pants. I don't think I'm going to wear those to
I'm
work.
wearing my pajamas.
You're wearing your pajamas to work?
If I have to cheat death, I'm going to be comfortable, okay? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, let's see. This is Tom speaking. That's Pat Godwin over there in the corner with his musical instruments. We'll hear from Pat. I understand there's some new music coming through.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Are you
Soon.
trying your jeans on just in case?
Sure.
Okay.
Every now and then.
Yeah, you got to try your jeans on.
Sure.
Yeah, because people are sitting around in their pajamas all day and sweats because of the lockdown, and you're gaining weight and eating, and so you got to try your jeans on every now and then. Make sure you're not.
Okay, I was not aware of that. But
Oh, such a girl thing, I guess.
Dear Chick, You are correct. On occasion, I had to swallow a glob of Vicks VapoRub.
Now, could we explain to those just joining us? We got on this topic because we were playing a classic song from 1967.
Yes.
The great Keith, not Keith Richard, just Keith. The analogy is that he is once again back to what one might call normality because his temperature is back
In this
because
case,
of the lovin' that she gave.
Right. Technically, homeostasis is what.
Well, you know, if it's a man or woman, I don't care.
Hey, Mendoza line.
You don't need to judge.
You know, you love who you love. I'm perfectly open to whatever.
He's here. He's queer. Deal with it.
But that's
Okay, fine. But so anyway, we got talking about home remedies, and you were saying your
Temperature
mom.
taking, and my mother would give me a teaspoon of Vicks mentholatum rub or whatever it was,
Yep,
and I would
that's
swallow
right.
it. Other times, I was given the emailer writes. Other times, I was given a small amount of coal oil and a teaspoon of brown sugar, all to help with the cold.
I'm not sure what coal oil is.
Me either.
Another remedy I disliked was the mustard poultice. Remember that? Mustard plaster on your... I called it plaster. I don't think that's...
Was that on the small of your back?
No, you put it on your chest.
Oh, you did put it on your
Suck the
chest.
cold out.
Okay.
But the only remedy I liked, and I couldn't agree with this gentleman more, a shot of brandy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the old
In the
hot
tea,
toddy.
the hot toddy.
And chick, my father was born in 47. He's 10 years older than me. He told me that his mom used to feed him a teaspoon of Vicks when he was a kid, get me to feed it to him when he got sick. His nurse heard him ask for it.
Wow.
One day I said,
he had a kid when he was 10. Wow.
I think he meant he's
no,
10
I'm
years
10
older.
years older than me, not the writer.
Chick.
Sorry, you didn't,
Yeah, I was
didn't
gonna
make
say.
it clear that.
Well, Christy was on board.
I got it.
Josh?
Chick, this is...
Go, baby, go.
To you,
Okay.
all right? And this comes from Joe, who considers himself part of the Awesome Mothers Club. I hope this is true.
Okay.
He says, whilst your mother may have made you ingest Vicks mentholated rub, my mother went about it a little differently. If I had a cold, she would switch to menthol cigarettes.
Thank you. That's hillbilly health tips.
Boy, oh boy.
My mother smoked Viceroy for most of her life.
Were those menthol?
No. Dad smoked Camels, the filterless Camel Turkish blend tobacco.
No, fortunately, we have
The
Jackie
little
Kennedy
shorties.
in the studio with us. Now, Jackie, I know
nice to
you
see you.
smoked
Salem?
exclusively. Did you smoke
Salem.
Newports?
I like
Newport Salem. I know it was a menthol.
I'd smoke a Salem. And then when Jack left to bang Maryland,
Oh, you knew about that, huh?
I started to smoke a cigarillo. I remember that.
Now, to my untutored eye, Mrs. Kennedy, that cigarette holder looks gold. That's nice.
Well, actually, it's a... Is it a Vermeil?
Silver.
A silver Vermeil.
You know what I meant, you bitch?
See if you can take a punch, Mrs.
And I
Kennedy.
like to say, and we reviewed things, I said forever that
This was Jackie's voice.
and Tom said, no, she didn't talk like that. Yes.
yeah. Yes, she did.
It was even more
Do you have
pronounced than
the
that.
recording?
I don't.
You were lustily scoffed at for that
I
impression.
lustily.
Yeah.
You're wrong, chick. Cat calls, booze. All of it.
Get out.
Get out. I heard.
Yes,
We
that's
can.
right. We'll get it here in a minute.
Let's see.
Her
Here's,
tour of the White House was
okay, I just Googled
very
this.
highly watched.
She used a cigarette holder often.
Did she?
Well, in this thing, and here's a photograph of her pregnant and smoking.
Oh, great.
Isn't that lovely?
Look,
right.
Christy,
Well, it was a
I'm not
little
kidding.
different back then, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably
Gain 12 pounds and you'd smoke and drink through
Does
your
that
pregnancy.
explain Caroline's teeth?
I think they could have gotten braces for her.
Not one.
Or John's
right?
sense of direction.
Not one tooth in her mouth is straight.
Really?
She just goes. It's all like,
According to this,
noticed.
Jackie Kennedy had a 3-pack a day habit for 40 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's...
Photographs of her smoking, however, are extremely rare.
right.
Man.
I know that. Yeah.
That's chain smoking, right?
William Manchester was writing The Death of a President. He made a reference to Jackie Kennedy fishing a cigarette from her purse. And I read that book, and I think he said they were Salem's.
I thought they were Salem's too, and I don't
Are
know
Newports
why.
menthol?
Newports, I think maybe are Newport.
Newports are menthol.
I think they're menthol.
I don't
She
remember.
did smoke menthol, I believe.
Wow. And
she used a cigarette holder.
Sometimes
Classy.
there's a couple of photographs over here.
Yeah, that's right.
But here's her actual voice. This is really,
All right, go ahead.
This is really her.
Yeah.
Tell me about the silverware.
Now let me explain. This is the famous White House tour.
And I think it's Charles Collingwood.
Yeah.
Is the,
You sound just like him, Josh.
And if I'm not
Mrs.
mistaken,
Kennedy.
this actually aired on more than one of the major networks.
Yeah.
This was a very big deal.
Big show.
Huge.
Tour of the White House while obviously they were living there.
I want to say she did it around Christmas, I think.
And she was an art historian, a well-educated
That's
woman.
right. Thank you, Tom.
But when we're done with this, we're going to do Jackie Kennedy when her thumb is hit with a ball-peen hammer.
Okay.
That's coming up.
All right. Can't wait.
So no, be careful when we do.
Yeah.
Okay, here. This is Charles Collingwood interviewing the actual First Lady in 1960 something. Well, obviously pre-60. Let's just say 3.
Sure.
Tell me about the silverware and china, Mrs. Kennedy.
Well, it's not silver. It's all gold or vermeil.
Aw, you
They used to.
You knew what I meant. No one ever calls it gold or vermeilware.
Bitch!
No, Charles Collingwood kept his cool.
Yes, he did.
And then
Yes.
then we'll continue.
Use Monroe's knives and forks.
Yes.
But so many of them have been lost, so they've been copied.
Lost.
Woody
Lost.
Allen? What are you?
Lost.
What is he? What is she,
Such a
George Costanza? They were lost.
Weird
Lost.
accent.
Yeah. Greater New York. I
Grew
think.
up in Utah.
Here we go.
And the china is the Eisenhower gold china. You see, so many of the beautiful old services the presidents had were destroyed and broken. So now the Truman and the Eisenhower china is all that there's enough left of to use.
China.
Whatever.
Oh, Collingwood had the whatever.
Okay, here we go. There's a little bit
She
more.
kind of whispers.
They
the whole
destroyed it
time.
during domestic arguments between the
Do you
president
think
and the
she
first lady.
always whispered like that?
Well, we're going to find out because we have the tape of her actually hitting her thumb with a ball-peen
really?
hammer, the famous tape. But first we have
One of the nicest things in this room, to my untutored eye, is that beautiful young lady over the fireplace.
You're right. You see, so many of the beautiful old china. And there is Monroe's vagina.
Oh.
And it's all embroidered in gold.
Sure.
I think that skipped. I don't know what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, now the very rare tape. Really, this is a Bob and Tom exclusive. It is Jackie Kennedy hitting her thumb with a ball-peen hammer.
I don't have a hammer.
And
Mrs. Kennedy,
Wait a
if you
second.
wouldn't mind.
wait.
Do you have a hammer?
I have a hatchet here.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so
Well, I'm just going to hang this picture up over here.
Mother Fletcher!
Mrs. Kennedy, I'm shocked.
untutored
You're-
ear.
you
I
can
lost
see
my cool
even
there
to the
for a moment.
untutored ear.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a put-on voice.
The
I find her voice very
affectation.
pleasant.
What?
Do you think she talked like that all the time?
No, apparently it was slightly affected.
Was it?
Yes.
Because she's so calm and
like
reassuring.
this. I'm not upset at all about
No.
Jack banging Marilyn.
3 a.m.
again, Jack.
You're
It's
late
fine.
again. Oh, dear.
What's Bobby's number?
What? Bobby too? Jesus Christ!
What's Marilyn have that I don't?
Well,
But that ass.
Willingness.
Back that booty on up, Marilyn!
Okay.
attitude goes a long way.
Here's another edit. Now, this one they had trouble with the original tapes, so they had to do some technical engineering work to get them up to speed. But it sounds something like this.
A tour of the White House with Mrs. John F. Kennedy. Mrs. Kennedy, I want to thank you for letting us visit your official home. This is obviously the president's penis room.
Oh. That's right.
All sorts of penises here.
Yes, there are. In the men's room downstairs, we found all the president's penises in storage. It just seemed to me such a shame when we came here to find hardly any presidential hung in the White House.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful room. Isn't that the penis of George Washington?
That's right. That's Washington.
Magnificent.
That's the oldest here.
I think that is of historical interest. Is this a
Yes, this little penis was left by President Van Buren in the gold room.
And the next one in line is...
Is Thomas Jefferson's sperm.
Oh, this is a very different feeling than the rest. This is marvelously masculine piece.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Have you changed it a great deal?
No, we painted it white.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is really just an illustration to prove to all young broadcasters out there and the average citizen, don't believe anything you hear or see.
Boy, broadcasting was a different deal back then. It was very proper. Indeed. Yes, an august body.
This is Kennedy.
The whatever number estate, that's right.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. And I guess that full thing is available somewhere on the internet if you want to see that.
Wow.
That famous White House.
All black and white.
That famous White House tour. Now, I wanted to read another, since we're still reading letters.
Yeah. Go.
Josh, explain to anyone listening for the first time how to get a hold of us on this.
Well, you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com, or you can use our app, of course, to get a hold of us any way you want. You can leave us voicemail or email. But please, text us, 888-262-8661. I get 11 cents per text that comes in.
You get nothing. I don't know where you got this 11 cents thing. It doesn't cost anyone anything. It's free.
My lawyer had one phone call, and when he made it...
Yeah, well, your lawyer was calling from jail.
That's fine, but he told me 11 cents.
No, he was in jail.
Oh.
He wasn't talking to a client. There were some issues.
Oh, no wonder I haven't heard from him.
Well, that explains everything.
That's a heck of a quarantine you got.
Yeah, when your lawyer calls you and goes, they're only giving me one phone call, things are amiss. Now, I'm just going to give this guy's first name, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
All right, sir.
He's enjoying the show during the stay-at-home time.
Good.
But he says...
what up, Dave?
My wife has taken this extra time to clean and organize every inch of our house. She found my vintage porn stash in our basement and insists that I must throw it out.
My address is...
Well, allow me to finish.
Yeah.
Did you see this letter?
No.
He says then... Would any of you, then he writes parentheses, Josh, like my collection of VHS and DVDs that include, and I am not making up any of these titles.
Yeah.
I'll just read the ones I can read.
Okay.
This is as written by Dave. Ass Blasters, volumes 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, you got the trilogy.
He goes, I am totally serious. I need an address.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. No, thank you.
You already own them?
Christy Lee, everybody.
Now, Ace, I think you're the only one that still has a VHS, what do they call it, deck?
Yeah.
Deck, did I say that right?
Player.
A VHS player.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we write Dave back and have him ship these to us?
It's up to you, man.
Boy.
And I also contend that there are probably men out there that can only enjoy erotic video if it's coming from a VHS player. I would think that the whole ritual of handling the big tape and shoving it in the machine, there's probably, not to mention that era, because you're going to know if it's from that era, it is of it's vintage, and
remember
there's probably things like you never see, like pubic hair. And
right, yeah.
There's that place in Wisconsin, a tavern that has smut and eggs.
Yep, smut
and
and
it's
eggs.
all late
Madison,
60s,
is that still
early 70s porn.
Yeah.
And it plays on all the TVs and
While you're eating breakfast.
while you're having breakfast.
Hey, Bobby, hand me the salt. What on earth?
Oh, man.
Probably must be adults only.
Well, that's a very nice offer, but I say if you can have it.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Well,
Pat, I know that most of your life is in storage in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Yeah, it is. Still
You
back
probably
east.
have a VHS. I'll have Dave send it to you.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You got it.
Okay.
Already on its way.
I go with my memory.
I know. Wink, wink. I'll get it for you. I'll handle it. I want to talk about ED. I wonder if any of the ED cures, if any, they've tried to call it Mr. Ed. And you'll be a stag again.
America needs to find out why you have such an obsession with Mr. Ed.
Yeah, there's an imprint on.
I love the show, Mr. Ed.
You're
a
not
talking
telling me
horse.
anything I don't know.
The episode where he's driving a step van. He's a horse.
And he doesn't have a turn signal, and he sticks his hoof out to turn left.
Oh, come on. That is genuine comedy in any language.
And they really did him talking that effect very well.
I think they had I think someone told me they had like a little fishing wire or something. They'd make him move his lips, or they used peanut butter. I'm not sure. We're talking about erectile dysfunction for just a second here because, hey, now's the time to get with our friends at Roman, because you do the whole thing on the internet. If you're having an issue with your, shall we say, mojo, you've been hearing about these pharmaceuticals, things like Viagra. You've been hearing about them for years on TV. Well, now you can actually, if you are, in fact, a candidate for them, get them through the mail with Roman. It's a pharmaceutical distributor. And the way this works is you go online and you will actually be put in touch with a physician, and you'll do the whole thing online. And if the medication is indeed appropriate for you, Roman will ship it to you with 2-day shipping. How much is the 2-day shipping, Josh?
It's free.
That would be free. It's very simple, very straightforward. Get part of your life back by going to GetRoman.com/wood. Remember, you may be what's the word I'm looking for? Woodshedding, shall we say, for a while here.
Yeah.
And if you're staying at home. Erectile dysfunction used to be tough to tackle, but with Roman now you can get the whole thing done online with an actual American physician. So if you're a candidate for this stuff, by all means, go to GetRoman.com/wood. Free online visit, free 2-day shipping. That's right, the online visit is free. GetRoman.com/wood. Free visit to get started. That's GetRoman.com/wood. Coming up, we have Stegosaurus news.
Oh, good.
Not a lot of breaking.
And sports.
Dinosaur news.
Yeah, you never see. You never see that in the breaking news. Stegosaurus footprints found in. But we'll find out what else is happening in the world and in sports.
Tom Brady is alive and well in Tampa Bay.
Good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac. Mark Allison here with you on the 25th of March. It's a Wednesday. What shows are your picks to watch since we're all pretty much stuck at home these days? Tell us in your show-in picks. Sound a little bit like Floyd right there. Go to bobandtom.com/show-in to submit your answer. When you do, you're registered to win a pair of orange insoles. You can submit a new show-in one time per day. So do it daily. Sponsored by orangeinsoles.com. Feel better, do more with Orange Insoles. They're with you every step of the way. And so are we right here at Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming right up. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Video games have become a go-to hobby for millions of self-isolating around the world, and athletes from preps to pros have eagerly grabbed the controls. Competitive by nature, mostly from generations Y and Z, and with ample time to fill, stars like Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic have turned to gaming to stay connected with fans. It's been a seamless transition for Minnesota Twins pitcher Trevor May, who's also a pro video game streamer. May says he's been helping other athletes, including New York Mets slugger Pete Alonso, try to set up their own feeds. Leagues are also using virtual competitions to generate content while players are locked out of their arenas. The International Olympic Committee has taken the unprecedented step of postponing the Summer Games in Tokyo. Perhaps I should have led with that. The IOC said the games must be rescheduled to a date beyond 2020, but no later than summer of 2021 to safeguard the health of the athletes, everybody involved in the Olympic Games, and the international community. The games slated to begin in July. Now the first Olympics to be postponed for any reason. The Olympics canceled in 1916, 1940, and 1944 due to world wars. NASCAR has informed its staff that pay cuts will be imposed across the company until the series returns to racing. NASCAR President Steve Phelps announced the moves in a memo to employees, a copy of which obtained by the AP from a person who requested anonymity because the sensitivity of the situation. The memo said series executives, including the presidents of NASCAR-owned tracks, will see a 25% reduction in salary. All other employees will have their salaries reduced by 20%. Tampa Bay Buccaneers introduced quarterback Tom Brady during a teleconference Tuesday. The 42-year-old Brady says he plans to be very busy learning the new offensive schemes to be employed by head coach Bruce Arians. The six-time Super Bowl champion also stressed he'll be just as dedicated preparing for this season as he was during his 20 years with the New England Patriots. The Carolina Panthers have officially released quarterback Cam Newton. That's a look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Remember those commercials for high karate where the women were attacking? You had to learn karate to keep them off of? Yeah.
The guy would put this on, then he'd have to fight the women off.
Oh, that's so great.
And you'd hear, be careful how you use high karate. And these women were attacking this guy because he had it. Yeah.
Love it.
But we were talking about inappropriate commercials. I think the greatest of all time is the
Territon?
The Territon. I'd rather fight than switch
commercials.
Had the wife with the black eye. Give me my smokes, bitch. I'd rather fight than switch.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy.
Well, with some reluctance, the Vatican is cashing in on the 1-900 numbers.
Oh, Lord.
Now there is actually
this
a
isn't
number.
really a true story,
Yes,
is it?
this is a true story.
Where'd you find it?
It's off the way.
Wait a second. What kind of pervert wants to call the Pope confession?
Hi, what are you wearing?
What hat do you have on?
What?
Oh, that's a robe. Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, there is actually a number you can call to reach special messages from Pope John Paul II. And I just happen to have the number here, and I think we should dial it.
Okay.
Here.
There we go. It's on the air. Calm down, all right?
Okay. Here we go.
This is Dial a Pope?
Dial a Pope, yep.
Hey, have you seen that Brooke Shields that she wanted?
Wait a minute.
You dial a hope.
Hang up. Let's dial it again. Come on.
I got the line 2
on,
going here.
go.
This should be it.
Hello, is Jim there?
Jim?
Oh, wait, did you guys call me?
Yes.
Who's
Yeah,
this?
who
Is this the Pope?
This is Dwayne.
Oh, this must be Dial a Dope.
You're being charged is $1.45. Take Visa and Mastercard.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Thank you.
Let me try it again.
Gosh, one more time.
Give
Here.
me.
You hit the right
One
number, please.
Why don't you do
900?
anything
I
right?
want. This is it.
Hello?
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 George Tire Biter. 647 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Update on the forecast, please, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Partly cloudy today, 61. Tonight down to 45. 68 tomorrow. 35 right now.
69.
Okay. Thanks very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, I forgot to mention this. We have the new Bob and Tom after party at 10. Some great music coming your way on Q95. Also, be listening for someone to tell you about winning $1,000. Pay close attention. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. It is 25 March 2020, and we are indeed here, keeping our social distance.
Yeah.
Getting some great communications from all over the world. I'll remind you that if you're in your car and you get to your house and don't have a radio, that Alexa thing and those various devices, you can connect to the show.
Alexa, what's the weather?
Please do. And also, you can find us on your favorite radio station. So we'd urge you to do that at home if you don't have a radio anymore. A lot of folks don't. And we're also doing the YouTube thing just to make sure you know what's going on. So I forgot to dress for YouTube.
What do you mean you forgot to dress? You do that every day. Were you going to wear your tuxedo
or something?
Monochromatic over there.
The man in black is Ace Cosby. The man in black is Chick McGee. The man in plaid is Josh Arnold. The lady in plaid is our little lumberjackette.
Yes. Matches my glasses.
Ever use the word jacket in the bedroom? Never mind. That's Christy Lee. I'm Tom. That's Pat Godwin over there.
Charcoal gray.
Remember the man from Glad?
Sure.
Remember?
Was he the guy that had the silver hair?
Yeah, commercial. Yeah,
a very young guy that had white hair.
I don't. Was he young? I don't remember him being that young.
Remember the time the only bald white guy was Yul Brynner and Mr. Clean?
That was it. Yeah.
That was it.
Telly Savalas.
He was later.
He had hair though in a Twilight Zone, I think. I think that's a trivia thing.
Oh, cool. Very good. Very good. Now, we're before we get to the sports page.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We had this letter from Dave.
Hi, Dave.
His wife, as he explained, has taken this time to go through their house with a fine-tooth comb, and clean some stuff out.
Yeah.
During her cleaning duties, she discovered his what he refers to as his vintage porn stash, and he's offered to send us the VHS and DVDs, including a work of art entitled Ass Blasters Volumes 1, 2, and 3.
I'm looking these up right now.
Are you familiar with these, Josh?
Well, I don't know that I am.
Why would it bother her? He's not watching them.
The old-fashioned VCR.
Man.
Oh, look. Here's what turns Daddy on. That's just
okay. Let's do some sports. I don't think
just a second.
I don't think. No, you can't.
Chick Pat Godwin, I don't think is aware of this. Nor is Mr. Josh over there.
What?
What did you discover when you were a young man at your in your dad's top drawer?
No, it was a metal, classy white trash home decorating. It was a metal wardrobe.
Yeah.
In their bedroom, and I found the key and opened it up, and there was a film projector and a 16-millimeter film, the whole thing.
Oh.
And I set the projector up. You won't find this surprising. I was alone a lot. I set the projector up, put the screen up. Boy, there's nothing like the smell of that. Remember the smell of the
those
screen?
Home screens.
The film
we
projector?
never had one.
Oh.
Didn't they have them at your school? And they were in this kind of weird dark metal. And
what smell that was, but yeah, that was very distinct.
Yeah.
The movies were.
And I threaded the thing. I threaded the film, and I clicked it on, and went and stopped, and I burnt.
Right through a cell?
Film, right through the film. Oh, right. And then it snapped apart. And I panicked, put everything back in the can. There's a film can then. And everything back in the wardrobe. And it was never mentioned.
Really?
Wow.
The film had been broken.
Did you hold the film up to light to see what was going on?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Was it indeed erotic?
Well, there was a bed. And,
No, it wasn't.
Them, was it?
It wasn't their
No, it
bed.
wasn't. It
Okay,
wasn't.
all right.
No, we did have that happen.
The second thing keeping me alive is I was never subjected to that, and I didn't breastfeed.
So that's what keeps you. No. We had a conversation with a guy that had after the death of a parent had found a can of film.
Oh boy!
And threaded it up, and it was. Very erotic.
Yeah.
And
didn't we have?
And then, of course, the question is how long? How much do you watch before you? I would think it would just immediately turn it off, or you turn to stone.
Hey, I'm going to see where old man finishes.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because now in today's world, because you really had to go to. Obviously, they went to a lot of effort back then to get a proper camera, and especially if in this case 16 millimeters, so someone was really working hard. Right. But I mean, in today's world, this is going to be a very real thing. You know, you're going to open up somebody's computer after they're gone, and it's whoa.
Yeah, we're going to start getting buried with our phones.
There's going to be
and our laptops. Yeah,
there'll be a late night TV commercial for a little envelope you put your phone in, and it guarantees to erase everything that was ever.
Just don't put anything on there.
But I thought we'd play a short song that's a tribute to this, in a way. This is a little thing from Sean Morey.
A happy song. It's a world of buns, it's a world of boobs, it's a world of firm, perfect babes and dudes. It's for you, it's for me, it's on cable TV, it's a porn world after all. They show breasts now in almost all the flicks, but the women are mad 'cause stars, they don't show. Men, from the day you are born, you're bombarded with porn. It's a porn world after all. Everybody, it's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world after all. It's a porn world. There's a lot of strange ways to make a buck, but those porno stars, they get paid too much. They would sit on the face of the whole human race. It's a porn world after all.
Sean Morey, certainly one of the classics.
Thinks they get paid too much.
Yes,
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The old shaving cream trick.
Yes. Well done, Sean. When we come back, it'll be a little bit of Tom Brady in the news. In the world
Cam
of,
Newton
in
and
sports.
Rootin' Tootin' Cam Newton.
Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, everybody. Mark Allison with you. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. It's Hump Day, everybody. Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. And don't forget, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, you can watch highlights from today's Bob and Tom Show. Tonight, we call it Bob and Tom Tonight. Pretty clever, huh? 20 minutes of video highlights from today's show. Search Bob and Tom YouTube. Go there today and subscribe. It's free, and you can be watching Bob and Tom Tonight. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, bobandtom.com, and on the Bob and Tom Facebook page. We try to help. Thanks so much. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The White House and Senate leaders of both parties have agreed on an unprecedented emergency legislation to rush sweeping aid to businesses, workers, and a healthcare system slammed by the coronavirus pandemic. The urgently needed pandemic response measure is the largest economic rescue measure in history. It's intended as a weeks or months-long patch for an economy spiraling into recession and a nation facing a potentially ghastly toll. As the coronavirus panic spreads across the globe, so too do the crimes related to it. Crimes capitalize on fear, panic, and urge to lay blame and add to the burden of law enforcement. Hundreds of surgical masks were stolen in Portland, Oregon, amid shortage for healthcare workers. And the Justice Department says people who threaten to spread the new coronavirus could be charged under U.S. terrorism statutes because officials consider it a biological agent under the law. And the Florida spring breaker, seen in that viral video last week saying, quote, "If I get corona, I get corona," is now apologizing for his reaction to the coronavirus. Brady Slutter says in an Instagram post that he put up recently that he owes up to his mistake and didn't realize the impact of those words. A 22-year-old from the Cincinnati area told a TV news crew in Miami last week he wasn't going to let concerns over the coronavirus stop him from partying. That, of course, was seen everywhere as an example of young people ignoring warnings about the pandemic. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I do this for everybody that still has more vinyl records than they do CDs. I got a dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I've played each one of them over and over at least a dozen times or more. All I've got is a beat-up chair, a mattress, a fork, and another to spare, and that dusty old pile of records on my floor. I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry, Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead in the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, got Clark, Van Halen. I got Rita, Chris, Keith, Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the fish, you know. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. And that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all my clothes, and the other was all them old records of mine. The lady said I could only bring one bag. I had two, oh what a drag. I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. But I got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry, Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, Dead in the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns, Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, got Clark, Van Halen. I got Rita, Chris, Keith, Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the fish, you know. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. I got all the Booker T's, Tom T. Halls, Bobby Bear, Belafonte, and the New York Dolls, Billy Joe, Jimmy Croce, Kiss, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, John June, and a Roseanne Cash. I got T-Birds, Yardbirds, Sam and Dave, Forbird from Holt, Stevie Ray, and if you're one of the 12 or 13 people that about my third album, you might have figured out already that I got piles and piles and piles of Tom Petty.
7:01 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X-Man. Partly cloudy today, fog early, and then a high of 61. Partly cloudy overnight, low 45. Clouds tomorrow, 68.
I know what you're
Currently
thinking,
36.
Josh. You're a bad person.
I am. Yeah. Bad man. Naughty boy.
This portion.
What'd I do?
Well, I have to ask you a question. I'll be honest with you, Christy.
What?
Now, if you get it wrong, I'm going to have to shock you.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. Okay. Now, have you ever been injured at work? And if so, what do you do?
Oh, I reach for a hammer. That's
Nope.
Hey, Tom, you don't need to get... Now she has been injured at work.
Damn.
Just having a conversation.
Her ears are smoking.
Do you know what to do?
Yeah, I call someone that says it's...
Nope. Get your hair.
I'll take over. What you do, Christy, is you call our friends.
Put her out, will you?
You call our friends at Galitko and Daly. Your hair's sticking out. Galitko and Daly, board-certified trial lawyers, OSHA trained, and they can help you out because this is what they do. You go to IndianaWorkers.com, visit our friends Galitko and Daly, the work injury lawyers. Their motto is they go to work when you can't. Galitko and Daly. Once again, IndianaWorkers.com is the place to go. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio and worldwide in various goofy spots. In fact, including YouTube right now. Mm-hmm. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
And today is March 25th, 2020.
Yes, sir.
The quarantine continues. We are keeping our...
the core.
Our space.
So people are calling it the core.
What people?
Gwar. They're trying to push their brand, so it's the core with Gwar.
We'll just go with quarantine, okay? We're adults. Ace Cosby's over there. Chick McGee's over there. The Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk is where you find Christy Lee in her lumberjack shirt. Josh Arnold is also in flannel over there.
Hi.
I am wearing a shirt.
my job.
I'm wearing a shirt. Looks like I'm hosting Survivor.
Yeah.
And Pat Godwin is over there. Hi, Pat.
It matches your hat.
That's rather Probstian.
Nice.
Yeah,
there we go. I've been wearing this way before Probst was born.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, now let's move forward here. We have Chick McGee once again at the Sports Desk. Yes, sir. What's going on?
The International Olympic Committee.
The IOC.
Well, that's it. They've been canceled.
They have taken the unprecedented step of postponing the Summer Games in Tokyo. IOC said the games, quote, must be rescheduled to a date beyond 2020, but not later than summer of 2021 to safeguard the health of the athletes, everybody involved in the Olympic Games, and the international community, close quote.
But they're going to still call them the 2020 games.
I agree with that. Right. I think they should.
Well, they've printed up all the merch.
Right, of course.
But this speaks to your personal code. We can't play Schools Out unless School's Out by Alice Cooper. Of course, we can play it now because all the schools are out.
Right. Good point.
We can't play Christmas songs until Thanksgiving Friday.
No, except that we are playing them to cheer people up during this time.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
So you're going to call it 2021 next year instead of the 2020 Olympic Games?
No,
but these are officially the 2020 Olympic Games. They've just had to move them. I get that. That makes sense. I understand what they're doing, and I'm glad they're giving the athletes time to, because the athletes, they try to peak during the games, and they, in many cases, you can't, for example, be practicing pole vault with proper coaches or anything right now. So you've got to. Right. They can't be ready. The athletes couldn't be ready to do what they have to do. That's so difficult. So I feel especially bad for the college athletes that we're going to have a great senior year and a big season and a lot of graduations. The good news is you missed a lot of crappy commencement speeches, but they'll probably be doing those online.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Some guy standing there in a mortar board and a garment going, I'm not wearing pants. Did you wear pants to your graduation, Josh?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
I had a couple friends who didn't wear pants.
Did you not wear pants?
My grandparents were there, and
okay. Because there's nothing funnier than flashing when you got Bermuda shorts on.
Oh,
great gag. Okay, sorry, back to you.
If you're not going to wear pants, why wouldn't you just be naked?
Yeah, why wear a shirt?
Why wear shorts?
Somebody's done it naked. That has to happen.
Come on.
Yeah, standards. I'm sorry, back to you.
The games were slated to start in July, but it is now the first Olympics to be postponed for any reason. The games were canceled. I'm not sure why or what was happening in the world, but they were canceled in 1916, 1940, and 1944.
Oh, really?
I don't know what was going on then. What was it?
Yeah.
They couldn't find enough athletes.
The Germans bombed the stadium. I guess they can't have the game tomorrow over there.
Gymnastics wasn't canceled during those years.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And some swimming and volleyball.
Okay, good setup. Now, go ahead. You can throw out the punchline now.
No, the punchline's hidden in there. It's you got to want it, Tom.
Yeah.
You got to want to laugh.
The women were available. That's what I was getting at. Yeah,
I see.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Josh, where are your Buccaneers?
Under my bucking hat.
You're damn right.
By the way, more importantly, the Olympics postponed. Has this affected American Ninja Warrior? I need to know.
Yeah, you were asking that yesterday.
Yeah. Now, normally they film that very early in the spring.
American Ninja Warrior, they can film it. You know how many people show up for that?
Yes. Yeah. So you think we're not going to have American Ninja Warrior also?
I don't think we are.
Oh, boy. I'll look it up.
Could they clean the apparatus and have no crowd there?
Yes, but they would have to clean the whole thing every time. Seems...
Well, the crowd is part of it. They have signs and stuff, and then they follow, this guy's doing American Ninja Warrior for some cause, and then he falls in the water.
It's important that they postpone the games. Can you imagine if they didn't postpone the games and some team wins and they're throwing their masks up in the air?
Yeah.
Same thing at a graduation. The kids.
Yeah. Throwing the masks in there.
Do us proud, kids. Go out there in the world and make your way. And the kids all take off their mortar boards and throw the masks in the air. It's not the same.
Takes everything you've got.
Josh, did you have your tassel hanging from your rearview mirror of your car?
No, I did not do that.
Oh, I did that.
I did that.
I did that.
68 Dodge Charger, baby.
Yeah,
Most people did that, yeah.
Old cop car, remember that? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was hanging, I think, on my dresser for a little bit.
I took my last exam, went out in the car, and Rock and Roll Heaven by the Righteous Brothers was playing on the radio.
Oh, I love that song.
Through my home speakers in the back window. Yes, sir.
Chick was early on to have the big speakers.
I've always liked audio.
Anybody have fuzzy dice?
No.
I did have the gas pedal that was a foot.
Did you?
Did you have the miniature one that turned on the bright lights?
I had the miniature for the dimmer on the floor. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay, here's the question.
I had all the gadgets.
Do they still make cars that you turn the brights on with your left foot?
I'm down.
Does anybody still have that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think they've figured out that was your feet dancing around the brake pedal. I think that might have been.
Okay. Got this Vicks Vapor Rub update.
Okay. Somebody else eating it?
No, they put it on toenail fungus. When your nail turns white, it gets thick. My doctor told me and it worked. Well, thank you very much.
It worked?
Also, we found out coal oil is another term for diesel fuel.
Hey,
don't do that.
Don't swallow.
Here's an idea. Let's make this a rule. Okay?
What's that?
We don't mention toenail fungus ever again on the show. How about that?
Oh, I know. You got that sensitivity to toenails.
Yeah, that's disgusting. And American Ninja Warrior taping has been postponed due to the coronavirus.
Okay, thank you. That's a shame.
Now back to our letter from Dave. Once again,
Hey, Dave.
a lot of you may be in this situation, so I'm just warning you. Dave's wife started doing an
Dave ain't here, man.
ultra clean of those, which a lot of us are doing. I have to admit that I have pretty much stripped down one room.
I bet.
God, I wish I had time to do that.
I think I'm going to paint my ceiling in the bathroom.
Installed a 220 line in there. It's a long
Sorry about
story. But in this case, in Dave's case, his wife discovered his, quote, vintage porn stash.
Yes.
Now, that could mean two things. It could mean he is growing a vintage porn mustache. But this, and then he goes on to say it's VHS and DVDs, including something called Ass Blasters.
Yeah.
Volumes 1 through 3. One can only imagine the
You think
activity in those.
there was a meeting to name that? Here, what should we name this, eh?
How about Backdoor Man?
No. Something subtle. Ass blasters.
Yeah, someone already's got Ass Masters.
Yeah, we'll be the blast.
We'll be the blast.
In vintage porn, do they have those black bars across their faces?
I don't think so. I don't think there was technology didn't exist to put that on film.
I wonder what qualifies as vintage anyway. I mean,
If it's on VHS,
they have.
it's got to be what?
They have
80s,
they have
right?
sunglasses that look like a black bar across your face.
Oh, I know. We had a pair of those. Those are the best.
I'm going to say vintage 20 years.
20
Should be,
years?
Yeah, it's got to be 20 years before it's
all
vintage.
right.
And then when did they stop the thing with the eyes? What do they do in Japanese porn? Don't they?
They blur it. They pixelate out the wieners.
Yep, can't see the peen.
Yeah.
And do they do that to the mommy parts as well?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think it should. Well, I mean,
The Japanese
during
men-
some acts, when the wiener's pixelated, you can't help but get over pixelation.
Are they
Pixelate
embarrassed by their weens? Is that why they
I don't know
pixelate?
what the story is there.
Oh.
Is this a cultural thing?
Wait a minute.
You
So
got your
things-
D's, you got your C's, you got your V's.
Yeah.
And you got to blur them all.
Right.
Is there a word for every?
C's?
Should we go down the
Really?
list?
Is there a letter for everything?
You got the B word.
Hey.
You got. We'll just stop.
Oh, yeah.
So things in 1999 are considered vintage? Is that what you're telling
In
me?
the world of porn, yes.
Oh my God!
I'm going to say so.
Good gravy.
I would imagine you could see one and you'd know right away. The presence of hair in certain areas would probably be a big giveaway.
And by the way, good gravy is not a good porn. I don't recommend it.
Oh, really?
Making gravy? Baby gravy? That's a term, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Baby
what you're
gravy?
pretty much driving at.
Making a batch? Yeah,
Fortunately, we're out of time.
Mixing
and
a batch.
Okay, what do you have in sports?
Tom Brady. Oh, should I? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers introduced their quarterback, sure to win the Super Bowl this coming season if we have a season, Tom Brady, during a teleconference yesterday. The 42-year-old Jesus Christ in cleats says he plans to be very busy learning the new offensive schemes to be employed by head coach Bruce Arians, who sounds a lot like Bruce Bochy, if you listen to him every now and then.
That's not true.
That's right. The six-time Super Bowl champion, he's 6-3 in Super Bowls, also stressed he'll be just as dedicated to preparing for this season as he was during his 20 years with the Patriots. Well, of course. Of course he's going to prepare. And here's a surprise.
Yeah?
Carolina Panthers, somewhat of a surprise, have officially released Cam Newton.
Oh.
You remember rootin' tootin' former MVP Cam Newton?
Sure.
He's going to have to take his hat boxes to another town?
Got to switch
He's got
over.
nice hats.
Yeah.
He does.
The rumor is because Riverboat Ron Rivera is now the coach of the Redskins that Cam Newton was going to go to Washington, but a couple days ago they traded for the other Carolina quarterback, the Redskins did, Kyle Allen. He's now the backup quarterback in Washington. So,
Well.
You want to hear about any of this?
Here, we have an update.
Oh, okay.
Japanese culture does not like to show pubic hair. That's why they pixelate it. It has nothing to do with the genitalia. It's the pubic hair.
Well, where are all the razors? Let's get rid of the hair.
it.
Who knew?
Shave it off, like Christy does.
And it grows straight, by the way.
It does grow straight, and they
grows
comb
straight.
it out straight.
Yeah, it looks like Mo Howard's bangs.
What?
Wait a minute.
I'm telling you, when I lived in Korea for 2 years, that's right.
It's straight.
I'm a man of the world. They would comb it out. They would comb it out straight.
Josh.
And blow dry it.
Josh.
Yeah.
Their pubic hair is straight.
Yes, they make it so that it is. Yeah.
Well, they use a product on it? How do they?
No product, but
How do you make your pubic hair straight?
Yeah.
Pubidor.
See, now I've got something.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the pubidor.
During quarantine, I've got something to do now. I'm going to straighten my pubic hair.
Yeah, don't use one of those irons that the ladies use.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to text you guys the progress.
With a straightener?
Okay.
That has to be someday.
Don't use a flat
That's
iron.
going to have to come back because everything comes back in fashion.
Sure,
It's already coming
the
back.
Hitler Youth haircut's now back, which I still can't get
Isn't
over.
there that masher that you use to straighten your hair?
Yeah, it's called a flat iron.
Flat iron. Why don't they? You have to do that in pubic hair, but you burn your wiener, obviously.
You know what never has gone out of fashion?
What?
Good food.
Oh, that's right.
It's always in fashion. You know who has some of the finest, best steaks and meats anywhere? Our friends.
I know.
Yes.
Omaha Steaks.
That's exactly
Here's
right.
what
you
I
can
did.
get them delivered right now.
Here's what I
Right.
did yesterday. I stood at my front window like a dog,
Yes.
looking out, waiting for the delivery. Because I ordered Omaha Steaks, and they haven't arrived yet. But today, I have high hopes for today.
Oh, yes, man. They are on the way. 100 years Omaha Steaks has been family-owned and operated. Man, oh, man. It's because they're doing something right. Right now, the Omaha Steaks limited-time stock-up sale is available for Bob and Tom Show listeners to help your family stock up on the food you love.
This is what we all ordered. Remember this?
We all did. Yeah.
Go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS, Bob Tom Show, into the search bar, and you'll get free shipping on orders of $69 or more. Here's what the stock-up boxes include.
What do they include, Josh?
World-famous Omaha Steaks,
Yes.
premium poultry, which is like your chickens and
Right,
stuff,
yeah.
and pork. That would be pigs.
Yeah,
and, things like that.
Thank you.
Really? That's what we're doing?
Tasty and easy to make side dishes.
What does that mean?
Well, you got your. I've had the
au
wonderful
gratin?
vegetables.
Tastes good,
au
and you put
gratin
them on the side
potatoes.
of the steaks?
That's exactly right. They're not the main entree. There you go.
What else?
No work family meals for your slow cooker or oven.
I can't cook very fast.
I'm taking my skillet meals ready in 15 minutes or less.
Forrest likes slow cook.
And
very slow.
Easy bake.
Artisan desserts and much more. They have everything. Oh man. Right now, stock up box. You know what they have now too?
What?
Lasagna. Not kidding.
Someday my steaks will come.
Right now, stock-up boxes are ready to ship, and shipments of $69 or more get free shipping, and your Omaha Steaks order delivers guaranteed quality and safety with every order.
My freezer is full of them right now.
All right. Well, I'm coming to your place. There's never been a better time to stock up on Omaha Steaks. The stock-up sale going on right now, ready to ship packages, free shipping on shipments of $69 or more. Visit omahasteaks.com, type BTS into the search bar to shop today.
Coming up, Josh, are you sitting down?
I sure am.
Free porn from Pornhub worldwide.
The premium?
Has just been announced.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out about that. And Donnie Baker next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hump Day, everybody. It's the 25th of March. We are here live, believe it or not, for now, bringing you humor, bringing you consensus information about the coronavirus pandemic that is sweeping the country. But we're not all caught up in that. This will pass. We will all be fine. We're trying to keep it light and fun here. If you've got something you're doing at home you want us to know about as you pass the time in your stay-at-home mode, send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Who knows? Tom may be talking about you and your family coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment news. Billionaire Warren Buffett appearing in an animated ad about proper hand-washing techniques to help educate kids during the coronavirus outbreak. The new public service announcement's tied to the Secret Millionaires Club cartoon that features advice from an animated version of the billionaire investor. Buffett lent his voice to the ad that touts the benefits of washing hands for at least 20 seconds. Lollapalooza holding off announcing a lineup for the Summers Festival. Organizers tweet that while they usually announce the lineup around this time of year, they're at home taking care of each other, listening to music, and dreaming of summertime in Chicago. Organizers say they're going forward with planning for a time when it's safe to hold the festival. Right now, Lollapalooza is scheduled for July 30th through August 2nd. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions now will take place on November 7th in Cleveland. The ceremony was supposed to be in May, but was called off due to the coronavirus concerns. This year's inductees, the Doobie Brothers, Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, T-Rex, the Notorious B.I.G., and 9 Inch Nails. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air, it's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
I gotta get a girlfriend. I gotta get a girlfriend. I gotta get new clothes so I can get a girlfriend. Start clipping my toes so I can get a girlfriend. Get some work done on my nose so I can get a girlfriend. Stop wearing pantyhose so I can get a girlfriend. Girlfriend. I'm even willing to pay someone to say that they're my girlfriend. People start to think you're gay when you've never had a girlfriend. I'd buy flowers every day if I had a girlfriend. I wouldn't be like OJ and kill my girlfriend. Girlfriend. I'm gonna change the key so I can get a girlfriend. Start having sex for free with my girlfriend. She could even have VD if she was my girlfriend. It might hurt when I pee, but at least I'd have a girlfriend. Girlfriend. It's getting catchy. Girlfriend. Okay. And then this kind of breaks it up. This is sort of the bridge part here.
Yeah.
We could do lots of crazy things, like I could pull her ears out and say, hey, look, guys, it's Dumbo. And she'd say, who are you and how'd you get into my house?
Yeah! Right back to it.
How low do I have to sink to get me?
7:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Here's Christy Lee with your weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. It'll be partly cloudy once we get past this foggy part. High 61 today. Partly cloudy tonight down to 45, and then cloudy with warmer temperatures. High 69 tomorrow. How's that?
Must we?
Here's what I'm going to do, baby.
Right. No need to elaborate. We're not idiots.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Now,
You know
Speak for yourself. I mean,
you know they call it 96 now because the price of everything is going up. Okay?
Well, I like that.
Really?
Well, but the 96,
Yeah.
the 9 and the 6 faces away from each other.
Oh.
69 fit together.
I got
These
you.
troubled times.
Witty.
For those of you watching on YouTube, the
That's
6 and
okay.
the 9
We
go
got
like
it. We
this,
got it.
and then
Thank you.
They go a little of this, go a little of that.
Turducken.
No!
Tom hates
Okay.
this.
They're laughing like I'm Richard Pryor. Come on.
Okay. Sorry. Now, where was I? Oh, I know. Be very observant here, but pay close attention.
Coming up very soon.
Your shot at some serious cash could be coming up momentarily. I'm not sure.
Putting $1,000 in your hand.
Who's to say? Also, something special, the Bob and Tom after party coming up on Q95. So be listening carefully at that time.
Not to be confused with the Chick McGee dance party.
Right after this.
You having a dance party tonight?
Maybe.
Oh, cool.
We have some interesting dance news coming up involving honeybees.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Bees are back.
Scientists
Spring.
say that they dance. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We come to you worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations just like this one. Happy to be here. If you're in your car and you get home and go, wait a minute, I don't have a radio anymore, don't forget that Alexa and friends and all those other devices, you can hook right up to us. We're also doing a special thing in these difficult times, and
hook it up.
We're available on your favorite radio station via Alexa, as well as doing a thing on YouTube.
Yes.
You can see what's going on and see who's who. I can tell you who's who right now. There's Ace Cosby, our engineer, the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day. Chick McGee's over there at the sports desk. The Navy Federal Credit Union news desk is populated by, manned by, and womanned by Christy Lee.
Yes, sir.
Josh
Proud
Arnold
to
is
serve.
over there at the sidekick desk.
Hello.
And Mr. Pat Godwin has a new song with a surprise, I understand, coming up in the next 10 minutes or so.
Oh. All right.
This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the show. Thanks very much for joining us. We are here 25 March 2020.
Yep.
in the quarantine.
In the year 2020.
Now, Christy, can you give these guys a little preview of this Pornhub story that just came over the wire?
Yeah, it's now even easier to distance yourself socially. Pornhub offering free Pornhub premium content for users around the world.
Wow.
Excellent. Well,
hello, Bob and Tom Show.
More of that in a minute.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest Pornhubber in the face of the earth. Man, it's the greatest news ever, Christy.
Yeah.
It's the only stimulus package we need in this house. I swear to God. I've always said there's ain't no porn better than free porn.
Sure.
Or any porn with not Heather Locklear's. Who's the other hot blonde with herpes A, B, and C?
Oh my
the
gosh,
chick who
Pam
gargled,
Anderson.
Tommy Lee. Yeah,
Pam Anderson.
Pam Anderson's. She can do things with a hog I ain't even invented in my own mind yet. And from the looks of the videos, her parents should have named her Dirt Devil. Swear to God.
Oh, whoa.
Hell, every man she's ever hopped on board with has a trailer hitched that's chrome-free.
All right.
Anyways, what kind of catch-22 is this? They're offering premium porn ads the day they shut down a library and all the computers for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, there you go. Didn't think about that.
That's like a chick agreeing to go out on a date, Christy, and halfway through the date, you find out her Aunt Flo is moving in. A waste of a Long John Silver's coupon. I mean... Well, it's great if they're giving us free porn. Now that we're locked up with the kids, roommates, and wives for the next 2 weeks. That Quasi Cuomo mayor in New York said we have to practice self-love to be safe.
Yeah. Yes.
I honestly thought, can't we just do it dog fashion while we both got paper bags over our face? That's Corona safe. Well, at least now, because this new rule, I know what my bass player and roommate Todd Boner's been up to. He's sneaking off in the bathroom 20 times a day.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he got to bring a laptop from his mom's house. And at this rate, he's going to impregnate the space bar. I swear to God. Oh, here's one weird thing. Boner's mom got a whole secret folder on her computer labeled BBC videos.
Oh, really?
Oh.
She's born in Kentucky. I didn't know she liked to watch Euro videos from England, but apparently she's all,
Yeah, that may not be what's
abroad that ways. My point is, all you people out there with computers, enjoy all your free premium content. Oh, yeah, and spoiler alert, don't take your laptop plugged into the shower.
No.
Boner found out the hard way, Christy. He's lucky to be alive. Electrocuted the hell out of himself.
Jeez.
Third, second, 7th-degree burns all over his hand and his vital unit. Knocked the power out of the entire block yesterday. All the neighborhood dudes were angry. Came down complaining they couldn't watch their porn. I was like, I know exactly how you feel. He just shut down all the libraries. So I'm SOL as well. Swear to God. It's time to change Boner's bandages again.
Boy, poor Donnie.
Yeah.
At this time, Todd Boner's just moved into his house, and now he's got to deal with him every day.
Yeah.
Hope Todd doesn't run out of his stash, if you will.
Right.
Now, I'm sorry, did we finish sports?
We did not. We were more or less right in the middle of it. Tom Brady was introduced formally yesterday as quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carolina Panthers have officially released Cam Newton and all of his hats.
Mm-hmm.
The IOC has taken the unprecedented step of postponing the summer games in Tokyo.
Well, that's it. We've been canceled.
NASCAR is planning another virtual race during the coronavirus shutdown. The Stock Car Series held a very successful event over the weekend, got huge ratings, giving their fans something to watch and enjoy with sports everywhere basically shut down. Denny Hamlin won the virtual event, the Dixie Vodka 150. It was at the virtual 1.5-mile Homestead Miami Speedway. Where
the Pied Piper, they call him.
That's right. What?
The Pied Piper of Hamlin, I think, was what he was reaching for.
Where NASCAR had been virtually scheduled to race
Again,
drivers.
nice setup. Now go ahead.
They'll do it again this Sunday at a virtual Texas Motor Speedway on Fox Sports 1. It will broadcast the video event. The video
good
game
idea.
event.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I want to see Harry Hamlin drive a race.
Harry Hamlin?
Remember Harry Hamlin?
You're going after that.
L.A. Law.
He was a good-looking
Mad Men,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a
He
Mad
was
Men.
it,
He was
you're
an
right.
older... a company that...
Tom's not having any fun.
Wow. Hey,
doesn't care for...
Hey, come on back in.
Doesn't
Here we
like
go.
when we talk.
A company that
I like it
sells.
when you talk. I just look content. Harry Hamlin jokes.
Do you know who Harry Hamlin is?
Don't know, don't care.
Harry Hamlin.
He doesn't
Harry
even know who
Hamlin.
he
That's
is.
why. Yeah.
Harry Hamlin, Susan Day.
Yes.
Wasn't Harry
Who
Hamlin
was the
in
blonde guy on L.A. Law?
Corbin Burnson.
Yes.
Corbin Burnson?
You got your Larry Drake.
Met Corbin.
Really?
Yeah.
You and Corbin, the Bald Club? What was it?
Yes. No. It was the other. It was the other club.
Oh,
It's
that
like
one.
Locks for Love.
The BBC.
Right.
The BBC Club.
Well, the BWC.
Yeah, see, it's
it happens in the back.
CLL.
A company that sells air vent. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
A company that sells air vent covers can help you turn your house into a miniature golf course.
This is my favorite story of the year, Christy.
The
showing
Putta
you.
Cup, Puttacup, Putta Cup is designed to replace the vents and grates that cover
that's a
floor
great
ducts
idea.
in homes with central and air conditioning.
So it's a
Floor vent.
showing you. It's a floor vent.
The Putta Cup includes openings allowing hot or cold air to be pumped into a room.
But then there's a cup in the center so you can putt into
But
it.
it also has a golf hole in the middle. It's designed to fit over
Such a good idea.
4.2 10-inch vet holes, available online, each one for $24.95.
Cool.
So you can safely putt, and you remove your current vent.
Sure.
And most of them they're usually not screwed in.
Right.
And they come right out, and you put this in. Now, you could also just take the vents out and do it that way, but then
Then you're going to lose your balls every time.
you're going to have golf balls
You don't want golf balls in the furnace.
halfway to the furnace,
Yeah.
depending on how.
Yeah, I don't think that's a ball trap. No.
This is such a great idea.
A friend of ours who's a former mayor has been playing golf in his house using those little Nerf golf balls and making different holes and pathways throughout the house. It's pretty interesting.
Tom, let me tell you something. Online, there's a guy who takes a chipper and can take a red Solo cup, like a
Yes.
golf ball, hit it up into the air, and lands like 15 feet away in another red Solo cup.
What?
Swish.
That's cool.
I've seen it. No special effects are involved. It's amazing.
How many takes before you get
I don't
that?
know how many takes it took, but
that's great.
God knows we got
That
the
is
time.
great.
Josh, come here. Have you seen this thing, Josh?
Yeah, I was looking at it online just now.
So you could
You don't want to get up there.
you could turn your entire house into a golf course.
Yeah.
You could even, I suppose, you could even make it so you could chip up the stairs.
Right.
Sure.
Got to be careful, though.
have a
Obviously, you could have water hazards, your toilet.
Sure. Litter box could be a sand trap.
Oh, nice.
there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah. And remember, when
Yeah.
you're chipping out of that
Kitty litter?
the kitty litter, you can't. The club can't touch
The kitty litter?
or the turds until you've taken your backswing.
Right.
Or the turd.
Now, depending on does your house, when was your house built?
70s?
Oh, so do you have any shag
Mid-70s?
carpet?
No shag. It's all new. I got new carpet.
Oh,
in
okay,
it.
because the shag would be like the rough.
Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah.
You could chip out of that. This is a great idea. I can see some damage being done to a house, but what fun.
Well, you have tile. What do you have in your house? Tile and wood
Yeah,
floors?
those greens would be really fast on tile or
no
hardwood.
joke. Pretty hard for you.
All I have is hardwood and tile, except in one room where there's a throw rug that I was opposed to putting in.
All right.
It's a good thing you let it go, though. How long ago?
Why do you not like a throw rug?
How long ago was the throw rug put down?
Time out. What do you have against throw rugs?
Well, I don't have anything against them, but one of my 3 dogs has decided that's going to be the go place in an emergency. So
I gotcha.
that thing's. But in any event, yeah, my house would be an interesting place to play because I have a lot of bumpy tile. Mm-hmm. So it would make it pretty tricky. What a great idea!
Do you remember
turn your
when-
vents into a putting green?
After the show, I'm not sure how long ago we used to do this, but we'd play putt-putt here in the
Yeah,
building.
of course we
Remember
did.
that?
Yeah.
We did that for.
But we had the
6 months
kind
or
of
so.
We had those.
we had those little metal things that sit on top of the carpet that have the little flanges on them that the ball
And we'd
goes
make
in.
different
And you make
courses.
the hole, the
But
flag
in this,
go up.
in this thing, it fits in your vent and the ball drops in it. What a great idea! Can you get them online? I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
Putta Cup, Puttacup. What a
Putta
great idea!
Available online, $24.95.
Fun.
Did you say Putta Cup?
Yeah,
We
Putta-
Yes, we did.
Putta Cup. I'm gonna buy me a Putta Cup, baby. Just watch me score. Golf on my floor, and then best of all, you can play inside, baby, to practice your aim. It's not quite the same, but we can't leave. Because we're quarantined, darling. You'll be back on a golf course come June. So until then, pot a cup in our living room. Yeah, pot a cup.
If they don't call you today.
Yes.
Man.
That's very funny.
That's wonderful.
You know, but I just thought of this. To make it much more like real putt-putt.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how when you play real, but the last hole, the ball disappears and it always goes back back to the hut?
Right.
Have the last hole your garbage disposal.
Oh.
Smart.
Well, you're going to have to chip up.
Well, get ready to
Hot Wheels track.
Get ready to install another garbage disposal.
Not if you got a good one.
Oh, my.
Anything more alarming than when you hit that and there's a tiny fork in there or whatever?
Yes.
Boy, that'll wake you up.
By the way, before you try to get it out, unplug it. Just a little tip from me.
Oh, I leave it running so that it's like a game for me to catch it spinning.
What's Stephen the Mangler? Is that a Stephen King book? The guy puts his hand in the garbage disposal.
God.
The Mangler
he sexually
was a clothing folding machine that would fold people up.
Yeah. Stephen King, the Mangler.
It's worth a miss.
Don't put your hand in the garbage disposal, okay?
Speaking of losing limbs,
how hot you think it is.
I started the Tiger King last night.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Come on, hang in there.
Tom, you have to watch
every single episode you watch with your mouth open.
And you go, this can't get any. Oh my God!
No, but give me the. This is a
documentary.
Netflix?
What channel?
On Netflix. Tiger King.
Oh,
it's
Joe
nice. Exotic.
It's
nice 7 episodes, 50 minutes apiece.
And this guy has a bunch of exotic tigers and stuff.
Private zoo, a big cat rescue, they say.
But and this is all real.
It's all real. Yeah,
and
actually,
a lot of very bad things happen.
The woman involved in it is out online today saying she's upset by how she was portrayed.
Oh, really?
Carol
I wonder why.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Well, you feed your husband a tiger.
To tigers, you're going to get bad press.
That's negative PR, baby.
Wow.
Okay, if you... Tom.
It's fascinating.
Can you think of anyone ever in your life you'd like to feed to a tiger?
How long can my list be? Can it be single space 2 pages? Or
single space 2 pages.
Okay, well, I got an explanation for this. We were talking about some homemade health, personal remedy sort of things.
Yeah.
And because we were discussing taking your temperature and how these days it's done with a thing that looks like kind of like the size of a stapler you put up to your head. Mm-hmm. But used to be you'd have the traditional glass thermometer.
Right. Sure.
And Christy pointed out that when you were a kid, we had
an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
And then we did a little editing, and when Christy discussed that, and I said, "Has this ever been stated in your bedroom by Christy?"
No, that's the wrong one. That's the rectal. Go get the oral.
Okay, thank you. But you mentioned, Chick, that your mom made you swallow
Vicks Vapor Rub.
And a number of people.
Vicks Mentholatum Salve,
And then coal oil.
Mm-hmm. We got an email that a guy, their family did that.
Here's another explanation. Coal oil is a nickname for kerosene.
Or diesel oil. Yeah,
the mix with sugar was an old hill country remedy for intestinal parasites. That sounds like it would be poison to me.
Wow.
I'm just thinking that's a pretty bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
Well, that's why you mix it with the sugar.
Yeah. I see.
There's a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah, remember.
Makes the medicine
Makes the kerosene go down.
Spoonful of sugar helps
a lot of tremendously bad ideas.
Yeah, we've gotten diesel fuel and kerosene on that.
Yeah.
Okay. There seem to be some.
All right. Here's something we just pointed out. Dear Bob and Tom show, I love playing golf in my house and putting around the ball washer, of course, only in the kitchens and the bathrooms.
Sure, yeah. Those are...
And then you can have your Roomba.
Roomba.
No, you're right.
Roomba. It's Roomba.
Your Roomba.
Yeah.
Roomba's a dance.
Roomba's the vacuum cleaner disc thing that goes in. You can have that as a beer cart. Have that follow you around.
That's exciting.
We're really making this happen. It sounds like a great idea. Well, give me the teaser in sports, or are we?
No, we got a world record coming up.
Okay, coming up.
Big time world record.
Christy, what else is happening?
Well, we still have to get to our free Pornhub. We will talk about that. And apparently, divorce rates are skyrocketing already.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
That's not interesting at all.
Can't do anything about it, though, right now.
Surprising is what I meant. Not surprising at all.
Yeah, these days, a separation means you just move to the next room. If you're
That's
lucky.
got to be tough.
Raise your hand if you lived with someone you used to be married to for an extended period of time.
What? You mean after you were divorced?
After you were divorced.
No one in here. You're going to raise your... Oh, Chick's hand is going up.
Is that true?
That's awkward.
Well,
that's
real
awkward.
quick.
I can't play that game.
Why not?
That had to have been pain-free, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, every day it was just, good morning. Thank God.
Coming up,
that
a new
basement.
song with Pat Godwin, I understand, is up next. Okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, rolling through a Wednesday with resident geek Jessica Alsman and relationship expert Allie Breen coming up live from New York City later on this morning. We'll check in with Allie and see how she's doing, not only in the relationship expert department, but also in the stay at home in New York City in your small apartment department. All coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. More of the show coming up. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Video games have become a go-to hobby for millions of self-isolating around the world, and athletes from preps to pros have eagerly grabbed the controls. Competitive by nature, mostly from generations Y and Z, and with ample time to fill, stars like Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic have turned to gaming to stay connected with fans. It's been a seamless transition for Minnesota Twins pitcher Trevor May, who's also a pro video game streamer. May says he's been helping other athletes, including New York Mets slugger Pete Alonso, try to set up their own feeds. Leagues are also using virtual competitions to generate content while players are locked out of their arenas. The International Olympic Committee has taken the unprecedented step of postponing the Summer Games in Tokyo. Perhaps I should have led with that. The IOC said the games must be rescheduled to a date beyond 2020, but no later than summer of 2021 to safeguard the health of the athletes, everybody involved in the Olympic Games, and the international community. The games slated to begin in July, now the first Olympics to be postponed for any reason. The Olympics canceled in 1916, 1940, and 1944 due to world wars. NASCAR has informed its staff that pay cuts will be imposed across the company until the series returns to racing. NASCAR President Steve Phelps announced the moves in a memo to employees, a copy of which obtained by the AP from a person who requested anonymity because the sensitivity of the situation. The memo said series executives, including the presidents of NASCAR-owned tracks, will see a 25% reduction in salary. All other employees will have their salaries reduced by 20%. Tampa Bay Buccaneers introduced quarterback Tom Brady during a teleconference Tuesday. The 42-year-old Brady says he plans to be very busy learning the new offensive schemes to be employed by head coach Bruce Arians. The six-time Super Bowl champion also stressed he'll be just as dedicated preparing for this season as he was during his 20 years with the New England Patriots. The Carolina Panthers have officially released quarterback Cam Newton. That's a look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Do you have the one about the dog food?
Yeah, someone stole a 40-pound package of dog food off the porch of a house in California.
Oh.
The thief turned out to be a bear.
Oh.
See, here's the thing. Bears can't read.
No.
Right? The bear
No.
gets up there. He goes, hey,
Food for
there's
me.
a bag of bear food.
Finders keepers.
Security video
They spelled
taken.
bear wrong.
We have audio of the bear walking away with the dog food.
Do-de-do-de-do.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Losing a loved one is always difficult. The grief is overwhelming,
and planning the funeral can be an emotionally draining experience. But now, thanks to Rimshot Funeral Home, your whole funeral planning experience can be a boatload of fun.
Hello, my name is Shecky. Can I help you?
Yes, my uncle just passed.
Passed, huh? Well, go out and wave him down. Maybe he's lost.
No, he didn't just drive by. He passed. He's dead.
Oh, well, I am sorry. What did he die of?
He had a heart problem.
Yeah, it stopped beating.
At Rimshot Funeral Home, we serve two purposes: to help you in your time of need and to deliver side-splitting one-liners to help you get over your loss.
So, I need to plan his funeral.
I should warn you, our prices are like your uncle.
Like my uncle? What do you mean?
They're pretty stiff.
Well, how expensive is cremation?
Well, it's not bad. In fact, right now, we're having a fire sale.
Well, I guess I might just have him buried.
I can dig it.
Okay, and the plot would be...
Well, not much of a plot, really. You bring him in, we embalm him, play a little organ music, toss him in the ground. End of story, baby.
Why should funeral planning be such a grim task when it can be a laugh-a-minute riot at the Rimshot Funeral Home?
Well, all right, well, how about a coffin?
Okay, I'm a coffin. Hey, you want me to turn my head too, Doc?
You're killing me.
Killing you? How do you think I generate all this business?
Rimshot Funeral Home, where we put a fun new spin on that whole death thing.
Shecky, can I ask you this? How long does the mourning usually last?
Last time I checked, right up until noon. Then it's afternoon. Hey, you stepped right into that one, didn't you?
I sure did, Shecky.
We put the fun back in. 7:46. Thank you, Tom.
No, this guy.
Yeah, what? 95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, look at the time.
Hey.
Grease for peace.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Places, everyone. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Date is 25 March 2020.
Elton John's birthday.
Yes, we are here. Is it Reg's birthday?
Yep, it's Reg's birthday, yes.
All right.
Good on piano.
So sad he stopped making music after Yellowbrook Road. That was a shame.
Absolutely true.
You ever seen him live?
I haven't. I'd like to, but I don't have
I saw him,
a co-signer.
I saw him at Blossom in Cleveland. Outdoor in Cleveland. And we were late getting there, and they started a funeral for a friend. We were walking in. I'm like, oh, my God, we got to get to our seat.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that was one of those things.
He used to open with that.
I went to see Elton John, and there was a mix-up with the tickets, and got to the seats, and someone was in them.
Oh.
So they moved us to the front.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, 3 rows back or whatever. And this sounds stupid to say. You forget what an incredible piano player he is.
Yeah.
I went to see Tom Petty one time, and I don't know how, but we were kind of in the front row, and these people came up and said, hey, you're in our seats. And, of course, I took it very well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Were you, in fact, in their seats?
Evidently, because I gave him a verbal undressing, and he informed me he was related to Mr. Petty. And if we didn't leave, he was going to have us thrown out of the venue. So we left.
That's no fun.
Yeah, that's no fun.
My story was fun. Got up front, got to see Elton John. He was great. Yeah, it's his birthday. We'll talk about that in a second.
You want to hear fun?
No, I want to finish the introductions. That's Chick McGee. At the sports
town?
desk. That's Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Josh is over there. I'm Tom. That's Pat Godwin. We got a special song coming up in a matter of seconds.
We've been talking about remedies for colds when we were kids, specifically me when I was a kid. My mother gave me Vicks Vapor Rub and would not only rub it on my chest, but made me swallow a teaspoonful.
Did you have to rub it on her chest when she was
Oh, man. That's rough. Yeah.
Man, that is really rough.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now. I feel like I've been kicked in the stomach. Wow.
Sorry.
Our medical correspondent and food correspondent, Jess Hooker, sent me this from Google. Vicks Vapor Rub is made of camphor, eucalyptus, and menthol. Camphor is poisonous when ingested. It can cause seizures, coma, or even death when a small amount is swallowed.
Yikes.
Or if you inhale it too much or absorb through the skin.
So not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Probably says for external use only right there in the jar, I'm
Probably
guessing.
does. Probably.
It can also hurt your hearing.
He said
That's
absorb
if it's
through the
Burt
skin,
Camford.
Okay. Wow. That's your second at bat and fourth strike of the day.
Did you say Burt Camford?
I did, yeah.
Wow. Do you remember Burt Camford?
Is that a Burt Convey joke?
No, Burt Camford.
Burt Camford. It was it was an orchestra.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a lesser Mitch Miller.
Right, yeah, kind of a...
Yeah. The Burt Camford Orchestra.
Right, around the Herb Albert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Campfert, not Camford.
Can you get back to your exciting story about going to see a Tom Petty concert and getting kicked out of your seat?
Well, evidently Tom's his brother-in-law or somebody.
So did you have to leave, or did you?
Where'd you go?
It sounds like this guy wouldn't back down.
No, he sure wouldn't.
You wouldn't back down.
And don't you ever talk to him about Burt Camford. Okay.
Okay. We'll get Dean on the Burt Camford thing over there. Were they as white as the Mitch Miller Orchestra?
I think maybe whiter. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Do you remember
I
that?
think they did. Everybody.
Oh, sorry.
Wait for it.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that song. I didn't know that was the Burt Camford Orchestra.
Camfort.
Not Camp Ferry.
Yeah, he's got a...
Okay, fellas. It's canoe day.
Camp Ferry. It's where you send your straight kids.
I know a lot of you want to be gay.
Right.
But some of you just don't have what it takes. I'm going to be put in jail.
Okay. I'm sorry. Where were we? We finished sports, right?
No, we didn't. Stupid world record. Oh, are you kidding me? I love it when I don't read these before I read them. A 6-year-old boy in India has set the Guinness World Record for the most
smoking
drum beats.
Man, Christy's on fire today.
Most drum beats using drumsticks in 3 minutes.
Now, hang on a second. I did get this story for Chick. The main reason I selected it is because his name is unpronounceable.
Devaga Dixit.
What is it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Devaya.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the G.
Just fine. Devaya.
I'm going to say the G
work?
silent. No. Devaya Dixit. D-I-X-I-T.
I can do nothing right in Tom's eyes.
No, you're swinging and missing all over the place.
We all are.
Oh, boy. Devaya.
He lives in Lucknow. It's your Lucknow day. Performed a total of 5,570 beats within the allotted time frame of 3 minutes.
And boy, are his neighbors pissed.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't believe this for a second.
According
he's
to
6.
No, but
6 years old.
How do they measure that?
The Times of India, Dixit has 17 national records and 8 world records. The 6-year-old started drumming at the age of 2.
Okay, well, so
over half of
I wanted to find the audio from this, and I haven't been able to find it. All I can see are pictures of him with a drum pad.
It's got to sound like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a drum roll.
That's more than 1,000 per minute. You can't even go and get it in.
Does he have forearms like Vin Diesel?
I don't know. But
he does smoke. Once again. Wow. It's like your mic's not on.
You're like a
It's amazing.
I have to hear that again. It's not. I don't know. Good Lord.
I'm sorry.
We need to play Josh's comment and then your indifference. We need to hear that again.
There's a huge gap there.
Oh, my God,
does Vin Diesel have 4 arms in some movie?
I was thinking about not 4 arms, 4 arms.
You tell me.
Well, but in Tom's defense, it is India where that fish
that's what I was thinking. I thought you were talking about that.
You're accusing me of doing bad jokes I didn't even do.
No, Chick is right.
Wait a minute, Josh. What was Tom's response again? What did he
What does he
say?
have 4 arms like Vin Diesel? I don't know.
No, the chick is right. In the millisecond, my brain was processing, okay, there's that weird statue with the chick with all the arms. What does Vin Diesel have to do with this? Did he, in one of his crappy movies, does he have 4 arms when he's driving the cars real fast? Sorry.
That was amazing.
Don't say that.
4 arms.
I see. I see.
I meant
Popeye,
4.
like
Yeah.
Popeye, yeah.
But I mean, I wonder if you could. The real key to this thing is if we could meet this kid, get him on the phone. Can you play Wipeout?
Yeah.
Because that is, of course, the standard.
Right, any sixth grader.
By which all drumming was measured in the 60s.
What is it? Wipeout? I don't know.
Whatever. We got to find audio of this thing. First of all, it can't be very musical.
Yeah, it would certainly make the story more interesting if we had the audio.
Yeah. I looked.
I'm sure you did.
I don't know how many arms he had. What?
I mean, the Guinness World Record page only has a picture of him.
Jesus.
And it's not even a drum. It's one of those practice drum pads.
I can't stand it.
Oh, God.
I talk. Tom starts writing a letter to Dyer.
David, we made a mistake.
Okay. See if you can identify this. This is for Ace only. Ready?
Oh, my God.
Und aus Deutschland, Mr. Hitmaker, Burt Camford.
Yeah, that's right. This was his hit.
What?
That's right. Yeah. Anything you're connected with, he's irritated by.
Is this it? This is it?
That's the man. That's
the lick?
That was on the charts, man. I'm telling you. Yeah.
It's played every now and again still.
I remember the title of it.
I don't remember that.
I plainly remember the Burt Camford orchestra.
Does the woman come in and intro it every time?
No, that's a special.
the German
that must
TV
have been
show.
He was in Germany.
Wow.
I believe that the German show was called Musica Scheiser.
Here we go.
Yeah, baby.
It's happy, Tom.
Wait a minute. Is there no bridge?
Well, the strings came in, didn't they?
Listen to that. That's badass, man.
That isn't even a song. It's just like the same 6 notes over and over again.
It's good stuff.
Does it say what the name is of the song?
No, it just says Burt Camford clip. Wow, that is really bad.
Man, that's badass.
Why are we talking about this?
Because of camphor, which
Right.
Which is poison. My mom tried to
And I said that Burt Camford was poisonous to your ears.
Yeah.
And you went, huh?
Did this guy have a second hit? Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
You know.
I love that song.
Hey, throw some strings on it. Bridge, chorus, why bother?
Yeah.
So this is like a poor man's Herb Alpert?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good stuff, yeah.
He had 4 arms.
He had 4 arms.
Okay, so we have to have someone create. We have to create Vin Diesel looking like that statue with all those arms in front of a drum.
Yeah.
See if we can get that done before the show's over.
Yes, Burt Camford, a German orchestra leader, multi-instrumentalist, music producer, arranger, and composer.
But not writer, apparently.
He composed that.
We'll come right back. What happened to our special song from Pat
We
Conway?
got carried away with all the laughter.
Okay.
I don't know.
When we come back, we have dinosaurs.
I've never gotten these.
He was done.
No, I just could. Sometimes I just can't put 2 and 2 together.
Well, that's 4 arms.
4 arms, I guess. Okay.
Oh, boy.
You realize that someone probably knows Vin Diesel, and they're going to send him a thing. Hey, did you hear they were talking about you having 4 arms in some radio show?
No, his forearms, like Popeye.
Well, I get it now.
We all got it.
But in the context of Indy, I'm thinking never mind, I have to explain myself. We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
A lot of states around the country going into stay-at-home mode, except for vital workers. So we hope that you will join us here on the Bob and Tom Show. We'll try to keep things light, keep you laughing, but most importantly, keep you informed. And Christy Lee will be up with that in just a moment with a Bob and Tom news update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The White House and Senate leaders of both parties have agreed on an unprecedented emergency legislation to rush sweeping aid to businesses, workers, and a healthcare system slammed by the coronavirus pandemic. The urgently needed pandemic response measure is the largest economic rescue measure in history. It's intended as a weeks or months-long patch for an economy spiraling into recession and a nation facing a potentially ghastly toll. As the coronavirus panic spreads across the globe, so too do the crimes related to it. Crimes capitalize on fear, panic, and urge to lay blame and add to the burden of law enforcement. Hundreds of surgical masks were stolen in Portland, Oregon, amid shortage for healthcare workers. And the Justice Department says people who threaten to spread the new coronavirus could be charged under U.S. terrorism statutes because officials consider it a biological agent under the law. And the Florida spring breaker, seen in that viral video last week saying, quote, "If I get corona, I get corona," is now apologizing for his reaction to the coronavirus. Brady Slutter says in an Instagram post that he put up recently that he owes up to his mistake and didn't realize the impact of those words. The 22-year-old from the Cincinnati area told a TV news crew in Miami last week he wasn't going to let concerns over the coronavirus stop him from partying. That, of course, was seen everywhere as an example of young people ignoring warnings about the pandemic. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think dogs everywhere are really kind of enjoying this.
Oh, hell yeah. All their parents are home.
And they get to go on long walks.
Kids are playing with me. We played ball yesterday in the backyard.
Not all dogs are happy. Some of their owners have died.
That's true.
Oh, hang on one second.
Oh my gosh, Josh.
Oh, I'm just trying to make a point.
Well, we're supposed to make people feel good.
You know what? I've never been more proud of you.
And now a short 5-second song.
There's nothing funny down that road.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Attention, music lovers. Do you need more music? Well, here's some. Bob Cavoyan, the troubadour of true romance, the poet of passion, the carooning Casanova, the guy who makes songs some people really like, is releasing his newest album in weeks. This is Bob's most soul-bearing collection of songs yet. Songs about life, love, and loss. Poignantly titled, Panties in the Glove Box. You'll hear Bob singing touching titles like Jiggle, Jiggle, Bang, Bang, Swallow You, Swallow Me, Blue Pill Boner Blues, and Bob's biggest hit of all time. As big as a hat.
Big as a hat.
As big as a hat.
Big as a hat.
I'm afraid I might fall in as big as a hat.
Big as a hat.
I told her on the street I'd love a little putty tat.
So would I, 'cause mine's as big as a hat.
Yes, Bob Cavoyan's Panties in the Glove Box will inspire lovers young and old with these songs about the good times, the bad times, the fun times, the sad times, and a lot of other times as well. Grab your current favorite guy or gal and sing along with Bob to such tearjerkers as Landing Strip of Love, I Can't Hear the Stereo, Let's Make a Movie, Tongue Lashing, and Bob's biggest hit of all time. If you love the feel of precious stones, why don't you hold my family jewels? That's Bob Cavoyan's Panties in the Glove Box. Now, let's hear from the maestro himself.
Hi, I'm Bob Cavoyan. You know, I've written love songs before, but when my honey found Panties in the Glove Box, I was inspired to write some more. Songs like I Love Your Sideways Smile, Birth Tunnel of Love, Tramp Stamp Boogie, and my biggest hit of all time. When you give me a threesome, I'll cancel my foursome. I'll cancel my foursome. When you bring in a third.
That's Bob Cavoyan's Panties in the Glove Box. If you've ever been in love, lost at love, or known someone who has, you'll feel Bob is singing directly to you with such instant classics as Feel This, Love Me, Do Me, Let Me Be Your Bar Stool, Pretend I'm Your Husband, Permission to Come Aboard.
For Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We have a dense fog advisory in effect till 9 a.m., otherwise partly cloudy 61.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Whatever.
What's the date? 25.
March
25th,
2020.
3/25/2020.
Elton John's birthday.
We be here.
Indeed.
Now, let's go around. Since we are...
I'm doing the whole all funeral for a friend. Bong.
Oh, I love
Hey,
that.
let's let him go.
Take a 30-second break while I do some business. Thank you very much.
Well,
we are...
At least I didn't get the... Whatever.
no, it's, I don't know.
That's it.
Coming to you via radios all over the country and all over the world on American Forces Radio, and doing a special treat doing it on YouTube. So say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
And we got someone new to say hi to.
Hello.
There we go. The lovely Jessica Alsman.
Now that
Hey
really
there.
does look like a late night scary movie set.
It does. Yeah.
Tonight.
The way the lighting is.
Do you guys see the killer right behind me? You're like, look behind you. And I'm just like, hey.
It's the curse of the Wolfman.
To keep our separation, keep them separated. We have Ms. Alsman behind the glass in the performance room, and then we're all spaced about probably 8 feet apart, in some cases a little more. I think we're going to increase that tomorrow. But Jessica Alsman, hi, Jess. You look great, of course. But you have the pearly white skin and the dark hair, and you look very ghostly the way we've got you lit. Jeff, can you get her on the camera in there? Is that possible? Okay, so they can see.
Is it that bad? I haven't left
No,
my
it looks
house
great.
since last Wednesday.
No, you look great.
Oh, thank you. I'm wearing sweatpants right now. For America, of course. Of
course, everybody else is wearing them.
Well, we have
Like,
the
why put on
we have the
pants?
panty cam. You got that set up? Okay. Okay. No. Is that actionable?
That was only a minute.
Just a joke. There's Josh. There's Chick. Christy Lee's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. This is Tom speaking. Ace Cosby is our engineer, and Ace famous worldwide for the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Do you think you got another one in the chamber?
Of course.
Okay. Well, I say. Let's just go for it. This is to cheer up people all over the world, Ace. Totally original. Here we go.
They're facts about my life.
Facts about your life.
I bet you didn't know I race snails.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
have a racing snail. I took a shell off because I thought it'd make him faster, but it only made him more sluggish.
Yes, indeed.
That's a joke.
I don't know.
See, that's got a beginning, a middle, and an end. I like that.
Yeah, I
Thank
liked
you
it
very
too.
much. To continue the introductions, Pat Godwin is right over there with his guitar. And,
You ever called it a git box?
no.
A guitar?
A
The old
guitar and
kid
axe.
box.
And
No, never heard that.
Who calls it that?
Burt Camford?
Porter Wagner?
I don't know.
No, I'd never heard of this Burt Camford guy.
Man, this song, it's a great, we should make this the theme to the show.
I agree.
Now, apparently, I have
It's
been
the Bob and
told.
Tom Show.
I have been told that this Burt Camford was indeed a great writer. He apparently wrote the song "Strangers in the Night"
Oh, really?
and "Dunkashane," two classics.
Oh, my.
Okay, it's not Dunkashane. It's
Dunkashane.
It's not Dunka?
Dunkashane.
No.
Like Dunka,
It's Dunkin' Donuts, and actually it's just Dunkin'.
Why haven't they bought that for their theme song?
Because it's
Dunkin'
Dunkin'.
Donuts.
I think, yeah, because it's Dunkin'.
It's just Dunkin'
yeah.
now.
They took the donuts out of Dunkin' Donuts?
Yep.
Well, I protest.
It's just Dunkin'.
Yeah,
There's more than
Dunkin',
donuts
yeah.
at Dunkin'. We need a check from Dunkin' Donuts, I think.
Or some donuts.
You know, some donuts.
I settle for the donuts. Here's this song, Jessica. I don't know if you ever heard this thing, but I had not. This is like
Don't
a
call
poor
it a
man's
thing.
Und aus Deutschland, Mr. Hitmaker, Burt Camford.
Mr. Hitmaker. Yeah, man. Right in the pocket, baby.
Oh, man, that's good.
Everybody's just
So this is it.
What do you mean this is it? Listen to how rich that is.
You don't need anything but this song.
Listen to the notes they're not playing. Tom.
Yeah, it's all about the notes they're not playing.
Listen to the pauses they're taking.
Okay. Chorus?
No, it's just that's it. It's that same whatever 8 notes over and over again. And
Wait,
them strings, though.
I thought it changed there quicker.
okay,
than
and
it does.
that's now here's the punchline.
What's the name of that?
That's called African Beat.
Sure, yeah, of course.
With a K, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
That doesn't sound like.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I
It's an
shouldn't
insult to everyone with African roots.
That's
That's not true at all. It's very
No
African.
rhythm in it
Sound
at all.
like a cannibal getting ready to
A rhythm?
I feel like I'm in Nairobi. Is that even in Africa?
Nairobi, Arkansas. That is the whitest.
Nairobi.
Getting your shrunken heads ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about this, and apparently we have the audio of Josh.
Oh gosh, this is so
When we were talking about this news story. You remember the news
They're
story?
talking about the kid with the drumming.
This
world
kid set the
record.
world record for the most drum beats in 3 minutes, and I don't believe it for a second. We're trying to find the actual.
And all morning, Tom is. Tom's under the impression that I have, quite frankly, not been good.
Yes.
I'm lacking in jokes this morning and humor.
You've done an excellent job. Just on 4 or 5 occasions, you have said
whiffed.
something that we all perceived as a setup, and then while awaiting the punchline, the dead air. Then we realized
whiffed a
nothing
couple
is
times.
coming.
I see. Yeah. So
It would be like if Ace had just done this. This is about my life. And then nothing.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
You see. So
right. Were I pitching right now, the coach would come up to me and say, you just don't have it today.
Yeah.
He would
Give me
go,
the ball.
"Okay,
But
Yeah.
here we go.
Get a
You
reliever.
can redeem yourself, I'm sure. But this is what happened just a few minutes ago on this show. That's more than 1,000 per minute. You can't even go and get it in.
Does he have forearms like Vin Diesel?
I don't know. But,
Once again, barely audible.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's worse than I remember.
see, and I thought since the kid's from India, you meant like that weird statue that has all the arms on it. That's like the most famous Indian thing in American
Sure,
culture.
yeah, I know.
I thought it was like
Vishnu
Vin
with all-
Diesel with 4 arms, and I thought he might have been in a movie where he had 4 arms because he. That's a
No,
weird movie.
forearm. Like,
I know. I get it now. The
drummer
from the elbow down.
yeah, you have
Yes,
strong
yeah,
arms
yeah.
when you're a
I probably
drummer.
should have said Popeye. That would have been clearer.
Or Robert Mapplethorpe. There's a guy with a 4 arm. Well,
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
I couldn't really see it
That
most of the time.
is.
Gracious.
I don't know.
Hey, Steve, have you seen your 4 arm?
Can we hear that one more time?
Yes.
Please.
That's more than 1,000 per minute. You can't even go and get it in.
Does he have 4 arms like Vin Diesel?
I don't know. But,
Once again.
that was a whiff.
Well, it was just I really wasn't
my
swinging for
Lord.
the fences there, right?
That will live forever.
Yeah.
In
Okay, sorry.
infamy.
Now, Pat, is this new song ready?
It's a newer song that you requested. Yeah, it's
Okay,
ready.
all right.
Okay.
Do I need to do any setup on this
I
one?
don't think so.
Okay, because once again, we're here in the radio station.
Boom, 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 boom.
Here we go. Well, I don't know why I came here this morning. In spite of every single warning. Wash my hands so many times they are raw. I'll keep working until it's martial law. Chicks to the left of me, Tom's to my right. Here I am, stuck at the station with you. Yes, I'm stuck at the station with you. And my friends, they all keep texting and wonder why I'm not at home. Josh tilts his head back and lets out a mighty.
Oh, gosh! That's you.
Scared the hell out of me.
I don't know. Ace is to the left of me. Chris is to the right. Here I am, stuck at the station with you. Everybody, yes, I'm stuck at the station with you.
Little visual component added.
Nice.
Dean walked in with a hazmat suit on and a gas mask to play the.
Fantastic.
God,
Play
it's
the-
scary.
You're
the
watching
part.
for free on YouTube.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, we got a request. You and Dean are going to have to get plugged in here in a few minutes.
All right.
So he'll have to put the gas mask on again.
Is this Minshew?
No.
No, it's not.
No, why'd you say that?
Jeff, are we getting a lot of requests for the Gardner Minshew song?
Oh,
Okay, good.
No, there's no way we are.
No, that's not even. That can't be possible.
Nope.
Well, I want to hear it now.
The comments.
See, if
I
you
want to hear it now.
say it, it shows up.
Oh, that's very good. Well, give me the teaser, Christy.
Well, we still have free Pornhub. We have divorce rates skyrocketing. We have the priest who accidentally did mass with his filters on Facebook, which is hysterical.
Oh, that's.
Did you see that?
And well,
A news guy did it by mistake.
Was it a news guy?
Yeah, it was a news guy doing a stand-up. It was a weatherman, wasn't it?
Had the helmet on,
Yeah.
and then the bunny ears, and then the dog nose, and yeah.
This is what happens in a time like this because you have people that don't know anything about technology like me trying to do stuff, and things can happen. The best one was a couple days ago. There was some serious business conference call, and it was a teleconference.
Mm-hmm. And the lady went to the bathroom.
Lady went into the bathroom
and didn't
dropped
realize.
trow, and all of a sudden everyone was laughing at her. She didn't realize.
Yeah, the Zoom culture is really taken off, and a lot of people don't understand how it works.
There's some tricks to this.
Yeah.
Like they can see you. Okay?
So you want things simple in your life. You want them to be a little easier, right?
Oh, that's right. And you know what makes things easier right now? Not going to the post office.
For a second, I thought he was going to try to land that Vin Diesel joke. Then I realized
you don't have forearms like Vin Diesel to mail packages, do
No.
you?
That's right.
He can mail. He's got all four of those arms, and
yes,
not FOUR, FORE.
Oh, sorry.
Stamps.com, whether you're a small office sending invoices or an online seller shipping out products or even a warehouse and you got thousands of packages you got to get out a day, Stamps.com can handle all of this with ease.
If you're working from home, this is the perfect time to get into Stamps.com because there's a couple. First of all, we got a special offer coming up, but tell them more about how it works.
Well,
Christy.
you just use your computer, Tom, to print official U.S. postage 24/7, any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. And with Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off shipping rates. And there's no equipment to lease, because if you've ever had to deal with those postage meters, bleh. In addition, we have big news for Stamp.com users. Tom, do you want to share it, or do you want me to?
Well, let me get that. Maybe I should get some music so when you share it, I can. Okay, go. I'm going to try to find the right music for this.
In addition to offering the discounted U.S. Postal Service rates, Stamps.com is proud to announce UPS. That's right. They'll have UPS services with discount rates up to 62%.
Yeah, it's perfect for small businesses these days.
It's great.
Isn't it?
And you won't have to
still
pay
looking for the big thing.
UPS residential surcharges.
That really isn't appropriate, is it?
Stamps.com, a no-brainer, saving you time and money. Do you have the special offer, or would you like me to read that?
This is your part is done. And now it's my turn.
What's happening?
Official transitions.
Come on.
Go on.
My gosh, Josh.
It's unbelievable. Thank you, Josh.
Stamps.com.
Stamps.com. Here's what you do. For our listeners, a special offer. This is a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Perfect for right now. Go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top, and on the top of that homepage, just type in Bob and Tom up there. Thank you very much. That'll help us. That'll help you. That'll help Stamps.com. It's Stamps.com. Just enter Bob and Tom. Thank you. Oh, there's someone at the door. I'll get that, and we'll come right back with, what is it? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Sure, we have all that.
Yeah, okay, it's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Staying at home, don't know what to do with yourself, tired of watching the same stuff over and over? Treat yourself to a VIP membership at bobandtom.com. Check out the VIP premium service, which includes the live 7-camera video stream of the show each and every day. Jeff Oskey taking care of that. I believe we're showing it on YouTube again this week for free. Also, the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on-demand with our daily podcast. Listen whenever you want. Bob and Tom Archives, the album library. That's the key right there. You can dig deep into the history of Bob and Tom. Believe it or not, we've been around for 30 years, still bringing it each and every day. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment news. Billionaire Warren Buffett appearing in an animated ad about proper hand-washing techniques to help educate kids during the coronavirus outbreak. The new public service announcement's tied to the Secret Millionaires Club cartoon that features advice from an animated version of the billionaire investor. Buffett lent his voice to the ad that touts the benefits of washing hands for at least 20 seconds. Lollapalooza holding off announcing a lineup for the Summer's Festival. Organizers tweet that while they usually announce the lineup around this time of year, they're at home taking care of each other, listening to music, and dreaming of summertime in Chicago. Organizers say they're going forward with planning for a time when it's safe to hold the festival. Right now, Lollapalooza is scheduled for July 30th through August 2nd. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions now will take place on November 7th in Cleveland. The ceremony was supposed to be in May, but was called off due to the coronavirus concerns. This year's inductees, the Doobie Brothers, Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, T-Rex, the Notorious B.I.G., and 9 Inch Nails. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Oh, God. He never gets this right in the live show.
Hi, Tom here. God knows I'm not perfect. I guess I can be difficult and sometimes perhaps a little demanding.
No.
Oh, sure, some might say tyrannical, but I don't get it. I try to be a nice guy, but lately it seems that everybody's pissed at me. My friends are pissed, my doctor's pissed, my mother's pissed, my lawyer's pissed, my waiter's pissed, and chick is pissed. Everybody's pissed at me. My banker's pissed, the band is pissed, my plumber's pissed, the fish are pissed, my barber's pissed, my brother's pissed.
It is very plain to see.
Everybody's pissed at me.
I think we can all agree.
Everybody's pissed at me.
Tom, you are an evil bastard. We're all pissed at you today.
I am sick of all your bitching. Here's a check. Go away.
Your boss is pissed, your kids are pissed, your neighbor's pissed, your sister's pissed. We'll bet even God is pissed.
Everybody's pissed at me. When I wrote my pissed off list, I'm sure there's someone that I missed, and that will probably make them pissed.
It is very plain to see.
Everybody's pissed at me.
I think we can all agree.
Everybody's pissed at me.
Very justifiably.
Everybody's pissed at
Your friends are pissed, your partner's pissed, your mother's pissed, your lawyer's pissed, your waiter's pissed, your dog is pissed.
Everybody's pissed at me. Paging Michael Hunt. All right. Paging Michael Hunt.
Is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
It's a Martin. I ain't never played one of these. He tried to paddle to San Diego, and a wave took him out to sea, and he washed up on the beach at Waikiki. He's the only illegal Mexican in Honolulu. He's only been here 20 minutes and found him a roofing job to do. Yeah, they don't know if they're gonna run him off or if they're gonna let him stay. But it's looking good 'cause they're already calling him Don Jose.
Yeah.
That's about as far as
Nice jazz chords there.
22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We do have a fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Partly cloudy skies, then 61 for the high. Partly cloudy overnight, low 45. Cloudy tomorrow, 68. Currently 35 degrees.
Pay close attention because we have some serious cash that could end up in your pocket somehow.
Oh.
So be listening. Some dude is going to make an announcement, I think, about that. I'm not sure who it is, but it's my understanding he's got the voice of an angel.
Some dude.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk. This is interesting.
What?
Got this message. Now that all sports have been suspended, Chick's been doing his best sportscast of his career.
Seems,
I don't know what that
hurtful,
means.
doesn't it?
Well, that's left-handed, if not hurtful.
I don't think it's hurtful at all. It just shows what a genius he is. He can do a great sportscast when there's nothing going on in sports.
Sure.
Sure can, yeah.
I thrive.
We never did the scores anyway.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Too boring. They're on the internet. Today's score is 0-0, 0-0,
Yeah.
0-0. There's Ace. There's Josh. Tom. That's Pat Godwin. Another song coming out of Mr. Godwin, I understand, pretty soon. Christy Lee is at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. And behind the glass there,
Hello. I like him whispering it. Hi.
it's Jessica Alsman. So we have
I think we could all talk like Jackie today.
Jessica
Yes.
under glass.
Yeah.
I'm in the isolation booth with Johnny 5 here.
Yes.
The camera, whatever.
Now,
Remember Johnny 5, right?
Actually,
He has no idea.
Alive.
Short.
You don't know Johnny 5?
Short Circuit?
Yeah.
There was a talking
Oh, you'd
robot.
love that movie. You'd love it. Talking robot.
It had the magnificent song from DeBarge.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
Johnny?
I mean, they had 2 movies.
Yeah, he had Short Circuit too. Also,
never heard of.
He's
your
alive.
girls would like them. They're
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
I think Fisher Stevens is in it.
That's right. Ali Sheedy, Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, yeah.
Giant stars.
So I'm sure it's great. I'm trying to find movies for the girls to watch. We've got-
Sister Act.
Your mother was a snowblower, he says to other robots.
That's right. That's funny.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's very good. But we should point out that we are streaming the show on YouTube. But if you can't see, we do have Jessica behind the glass. Dean is behind the glass over there. So we're not congregating too many people in the room, keeping our, whatever they're calling, what is it, social distance.
distancing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yesterday, Jess Hooker was behind the glass, which was interesting because
Recently inducted into the Army.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a picture of her. She looked like she was. Yeah, she had a military thing. But when I used
Beautiful picture of her,
I
by
used
the
the
way.
word hooker under glass,
Right.
which I got from the Danny Thomas autobiography.
Hey, he said, changing the subject.
I want to say hello to the 5 people out there who get that reference.
You know, we've been talking about Tiger King, the new documentary on Netflix. And Jessica and Todd McComas and Jeff Oskey have a podcast called Doc Heads. And I believe this week the episode is about Tiger King.
It is. Tuesday, we put out episode 1, and then tomorrow we're going to review episode 2 and 3 because Tiger King is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm through 3 episodes, so don't give away.
Do you have
I won't.
spoilers?
It's ridiculous.
It's-
I mean,
it's-
just the pictures speak volumes.
But were somebody to listen to the podcast, do you, in fact, spoil? I mean, is it
Yes,
for people?
it's a breakdown.
It's for people who have watched it.
Okay.
And if you don't want to watch it, but you just want to hear what it's about, you
What
can just
everybody's
listen.
talking about.
Tiger King is a Netflix show. It's a documentary about a guy that has real tigers.
The
Joe
Big
Exotic.
Cat World.
Like 200 tigers, some crazy number of
nuts.
tigers.
Why is it legal for people to have animals?
Well,
That's one of the
that's
issues.
changed.
One of the,
Yeah.
they're trying to get that changed.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're someone who's, I suppose, professionally doing the development for science, it's one thing, but just some jackass with a weird beard that lives in the middle of
And a mullet.
Sanford, Florida.
It's one of the cruxes of the
And a
the whole thing.
cane.
Oh, yeah.
And all of his lovers.
He's in
And-
Oklahoma. He's not in
Sorry, I'm
Florida.
just whatever.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom Show, USA. It's your old friend Larry King.
Larry?
Speaking of kings,
Yeah, man. Calling you from my secret compound in parts unknown from an unlisted number, so don't even try to trace the call, all right?
All right, deal.
Along with most everyone else in the continental United States right now, I am under a self-imposed quarantine here at Gavin McLeod's sprawling mansion. Oh, darn. You didn't hear that.
Okay.
Anyway, Gavin's off filming a Love Boat reboot with Cher, Charo, and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh.
He asked me to come watch the place. It's just me and his tiny house staff of 30, who I've imposed a quarantine on as well.
Mm-hmm.
At my age, you can't be too careful.
Sure.
I have 40 pizzas a day delivered to this place, and it keeps them all well-fed and in good spirits. Who doesn't love a pizza party, huh?
Good point.
Good point. Yep.
Oh, boy. Anyway, I'd like to report that even during these trying times, the gardener, Chico, has the poinsettias looking right on point. And the colonologist, Carol, has never been busier, keeping me and all of the staff clean from the inside out by administering a series of daily enemas.
How about that? Yeah.
Well, yeah, being that I'm in the danger zone with my advanced age, I get 3 enemas a day.
Really? Do you?
I start the day with a coffee enema, usually a dark roast called Grizzly Claw. Unless I'm feeling frisky, then I go with hazelnut or a nice chai latte, extra hot. And if I really need to attack the day, I go 100% Colombian. By the by, I tried Tom's coffee filter wiping trick. Worked perfect, though I have to say, my coffee tastes a little gamey now.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to
throw them away. Yeah. Throw them away after you wipe yourself.
Yeah. That is then followed by my noontime high colonic, which actually consists of Carol bonging some righteous THC smoke up my backside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, then I end the day with a nightcap. It's a Fireball Manhattan enema.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. Then I'm off to bed for the night. Oh, please hold the olive.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Larry King calling in from the quarantine. Stay home, muchachos.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Fascinating what he's doing.
I didn't know Gavin McLeod was still with us. Staff of 30. That guy's doing great.
What are you talking about? I want to know how to make a Fireball Manhattan. That sounds great.
Well, you've of course seen the Quarantini.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
And that controversy. Okay, well, Christy, it's about time we finally get to some news out of you. Once again, you're at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What is happening?
Well, Pornhub, Tom, is now offering free Pornhub premium content for users around the world. The porn site is encouraging isolation and distancing by giving users free premium memberships for 30 days to anyone who signs up through Pornhub.com/stayhome. The company's vice president, Corey Price, said, quote, with nearly 1 billion people in lockdown across the world because of the coronavirus pandemic, it's important we lend a hand and provide them with an enjoyable way to pass the time.
He says lend a hand?
He does. That was a quote.
Well, he knows what business he's in, doesn't he?
You can't.
He does.
You have to say, you have to have your hand 6 feet away from...
yeah.
That'd be hard.
Social distance.
No, it'll be hard.
Yeah.
What is their motto here? Together we can beat this.
Yeah.
Free porn. So how does that differ, Josh, from the regular? Isn't Pornhub free all the time?
We researched this last week. Apparently, Pornhub Premium, there's some different content, and it's all HD, 4K.
No ads,
And no
right?
ads, yeah. So
they have ads pop up in the middle of porno movies?
Usually in the beginning. So you have to sit through a 15-second ad before porn. Yeah.
You can't wait 15 seconds?
Well, you have to, yeah.
I mean, really?
There's no not waiting. Yeah.
Right.
Talk about, wow.
I want it now. I want it now.
Instant gratification.
We have a challenge for Tom, and I don't think he's going to take this news well.
Oh, no.
Sean tweets, I'd much rather listen to Burt Camford than the Freddie.
Okay.
Okay, this is on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
This is totally
Can you
on
believe
you.
that? He'd rather hear Burt Camford, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Und aus Deutschland, Mr. Hitmaker, Burt Camford.
Thought you said hitmaker.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Right here, baby. Right here.
Feel it, Tommy.
Nairobi.
That's it for the melody, right?
That's all you need, baby.
He had some strings, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because you keep waiting for it to kick in.
Oh, it's kicked in, Daddy-O.
You expect it to go to something different here.
Hey, here come the strings.
Strings are different.
Strings are nice.
Oh, yeah. Take us away.
African strings.
That's good stuff.
I'm floating.
Oh, man.
Now compare that
It's
to...
like taking a warm bath, huh?
Do you have the Freddie over
Do you have the Freddie over there? I don't know if I've got the Freddie handy.
Got it.
You got it?
No, he says somebody's got it.
All
Dean's
right,
pointing.
Okay, I got the Freddie. Okay,
Pointing
this
as
is
hard as he can point.
well, we didn't have any warning on this side.
It's
What's in blue? Okay, no, that's Josh Dinvin. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you already have more notes.
Immediately objectionable, though.
Okay,
Yeah, but
now, once
listen to
again,
this
count.
aggressive.
Und aus
confrontational
Deutschland,
vocal.
Mr. Hitmaker, Burt Camford.
Dun, 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 dun. 4 notes.
Good stuff, yeah. Sophisticated in its simplicity.
So we're almost at 20 notes, and then those just more or less repeat.
Okay.
Perfectly repeated, yeah.
Just heard those.
Man, beautiful.
Maybe a little variation there. Okay.
Yeah. We should have Godwin write some words to this.
Put some words.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
We are all here.
We'll be back. Some German version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now do the Freddy, of course, which was a dance.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the Freddy?
I am, thanks to this program.
Yeah.
There is an episode of The Simpsons early on where there's a dance machine, and it's like the mashed potato and the Freddy are options. And I actually got the reference because of you guys.
Wow. Does he do the Freddy?
Yeah, the guy on there's doing the Freddy.
And
It's
the Freddy
legit.
is like a jumping jack, except
if Frankenstein were doing it.
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah,
exactly.
And here's the
What's the
great
mashed
song.
potato, though?
Freddie and the Dreamers.
Can't relax to it.
No. This makes you mad.
Yeah.
I want to go wild in it.
See, then it switches there to
Oh,
a
he tells you how to do it.
different melody.
Too complicated.
Yeah, and I like it.
I don't
it's
like anything too busy. in my
Instructional
music.
dance.
I like it when they're instructional.
Yep.
Like, for example, the most obvious one would be
The Macarena?
The hokey pokey.
the hokey pokey.
Oh.
They tell you what to do. You put your hand in here, you put your foot in there.
Oh, that's right.
That's a
What's
great
the
one.
You
we
mean like the Cupid Shuffle?
Cupid Shuffle. That's what I was thinking of.
To the left, to the
And
left,
similarly,
to the
I
left, to
like
the
it when
left,
television
to the right,
shows
to the right.
television shows in their theme song tell you what the show's about. Like the Brady Bunch theme song tells you what the show's about. Gilligan's Island, it sets it up for you every time. So if you're new to the show, you
Beverly
understand what's
Hillbillies,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies.
You're like the setup.
Yeah,
You love setup.
And I would love it if all shows did that.
He's
So
king of
you
the
tune in Mad Men, and it would be, this is the story of a bunch
drinking
of
at
dudes that
9
are
a.m.
smoking.
Ace.
I was just told that the Burt Camford or whatever his name is.
Camford, yeah.
Camford, he's mentioned in the Bare Naked Lady song 1 week.
Oh.
Sure, Burt Camford's got the mad hits.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's been
And I
1 week.
was not-
I just mumbled that part of the song. Where we got
Me
the
too.
merits.
I did
Yeah,
too.
I didn't know what it
Camford's got the mad
was.
hits.
Well, now Dean's going to have to frantically look for that.
I made you say underwear.
Sorry, Dean. First I made him go find Do the Freddy, and now this.
X-Files with the lights on.
Or down the
Smoking
main
Man's on the
song.
phone.
You made me say underwear.
Did Freddie and the Dreamers have any other hits?
Surprisingly,
Yes, they
no.
Didn't
they
have
did. I
I'm
heard
Telling
one
You
on,
Now? Was
I
I'm
heard-
Telling You Now, Freddie and the Dreamers?
Is that? I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. Obscure British invasion stuff. That was a lot of fun. And
My new wave combo did the song to Freddie, so you're bringing back weird memories for me.
cool.
Yeah.
But we joke about songs like this, but then
I
they
had
end
a
up
new wave
showing
combo.
up.
Maybe it's not. I'm telling.
They end up showing
it
up
is.
in movies all the time.
Freddie and the Dreamers, I'm telling you now.
Great.
You were made.
What were we talking about yesterday that showed up in the Big Lebowski? The Kenny Rogers in the First Edition song.
Yeah. Yeah. Just dropped in to see what condition
my condition was in.
In to see
What condition
My
if
condition
I was
was
gonna
in.
fall asleep or
Yeah.
sing
Oh,
a
yeah.
song.
Okay, here we go. Here's this is more Burt Camford. Is this Burt?
Oh, that's classic Burt.
Oh, listen. Oh, yeah. You can't mention Burt without playing.
He had to have a follow-up.
Oh, man, listen to that. Yeah. There he is.
This is the same song.
No, but this is the album version.
It's a different version. Nice and clean, right?
Tom,
got
you
more
sing
layers.
the Dean.
Wait, what is it?
That was totally my fault. I was under the impression you could read.
Oh, hang on a
said
second. What does it say at the bottom here? Okay.
looking.
Studio version.
Yeah.
Afrikaan beat.
You know what?
Of course, it's an African beat.
Afrikaan?
Tom does this, ladies and gentlemen, all the time. We'll put something in front of him, and he has to read it, but he doesn't ever read it.
No,
He
but to
just
read it
goes
on this
ahead.
machine, you have to hold this thing here, then it shows up at the bottom.
Afrikaan. It's
No.
African.
It's not on the machine. It's on that screen where I type your notes every day that you don't.
And the type size is about 6 inches
It's on
high.
monitor number 3.
You know me, I can't go left.
You can't talk.
Then why do you have a monitor there?
You can't talk and think at the same time.
Here we go. This is the studio version. I want to see if you can hear the
And
beat.
if your apparatus is the same as mine, the buttons that you push to play the music are labeled
Listen to
with
that.
what it is. Oh, man.
Layered but not overproduced.
Beautiful.
shuffling acoustics.
Yeah.
So where's the African beat that this is named after? Is it coming?
Oh, it's there. It's inherent.
I mean, you just keep waiting for the song to start.
It started, baby. You're just not listening.
You're here. You're listening, but you're not hearing, man.
Yeah, not everybody gets it.
Put your hip ears on, baby.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, man.
Oh, now he's got another, like a
man, did you hear that?
trombone or something in the back.
Oh, sure, of course.
Wow.
You're a hater.
Is this guy still with us?
It's
or did
obvious,
someone
but not assuming. You know what I mean?
just take him out.
He died in 80, I believe.
Okay, well, more with
Did he?
Burt Camford and the
the Mad
white,
Hits.
the ultra white trio.
Oh, I would think this would be right up your alley.
Can you give me a backbeat, Werner?
You know what?
Mangala, pick it up.
Christy brings up a good point. This sounds exactly like something you love.
Well, I'll have to think about it. We're going to come back.
You can see Hazel dancing around the house to this. Mr. B. Mr. Bird.
Coming up, we have hippos, cows, Burmese pythons, dinosaurs, and dolphins.
All of it?
All of it.
They all walked into a bar.
Yeah, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter @Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Resident geek Jessica Alsman and relationship expert Allie Breen on the way on a Wednesday. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Video games have become a go-to hobby for millions of self-isolating around the world, and athletes from preps to pros have eagerly grabbed the controls. Competitive by nature, mostly from generations Y and Z, and with ample time to fill, stars like Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic have turned to gaming to stay connected with fans. It's been a seamless transition for Minnesota Twins pitcher Trevor May, who's also a pro video game streamer. May says he's been helping other athletes, including New York Mets slugger Pete Alonso, try to set up their own feeds. Leagues are also using virtual competitions to generate content while players are locked out of their arenas. The International Olympic Committee has taken the unprecedented step of postponing the Summer Games in Tokyo. Perhaps I should have led with that. The IOC said the games must be rescheduled to a date beyond 2020, but no later than summer of 2021 to safeguard the health of the athletes, everybody involved in the Olympic Games, and the international community. The games slated to begin in July, now the first Olympics to be postponed for any reason. The Olympics canceled in 1916, 1940, and 1944 due to world wars. NASCAR has informed its staff that pay cuts will be imposed across the company until the series returns to racing. NASCAR President Steve Phelps announced the moves in a memo to employees, a copy of which obtained by the AP from a person who requested anonymity because the sensitivity of the situation. The memo said series executives, including the presidents of NASCAR-owned tracks, will see a 25% reduction in salary. All other employees will have their salaries reduced by 20%. Tampa Bay Buccaneers introduced quarterback Tom Brady during a teleconference Tuesday. The 42-year-old Brady says he plans to be very busy learning the new offensive schemes to be employed by head coach Bruce Arians. The 6-time Super Bowl champion also stressed he'll be just as dedicated preparing for this season as he was during his 20 years with the New England Patriots. The Carolina Panthers have officially released quarterback Cam Newton. That's a look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Toy Company is proud to introduce their newest doll. She's cute, she's cuddly, and she's sure to become a collector's item.
She likes to walk, she likes to talk, she always has to pee. You never know where she will go. She's Incontinent Kathy.
Incontinent Kathy. She's puddles of fun. Hey, when you tickle Elmo, all he does is giggle. But tickle Incontinent Kathy, and you'll feel warm all over. Incontinent Kathy. Sure, she may be silly and she's not very smart, but we like to think of her as our own little whiz kid. She's Incontinent Kathy. Tickle me Elmo hard to find? Well, with Incontinent Kathy, you're in luck. She's available everywhere. Incontinent Kathy.
Oh, jeez.
She squats and pees each time you squeeze her belly playfully. She's gonna get you soaking wet. She's Incontinent Kathy. She's Incontinent Kathy.
Incontinent Kathy. Rubber pants, diaper wringer, and Kathy's Dream Outhouse sold separately. Warning, not intended for use near AC outlets. Paper towels, mop and buckets, squirming, and pee-pee dancing accessories not included. There's another new doll from the Bob and Tom Toy Company. Hey, Toby Kavoyan, what's his name?
Poop Deck Pappy.
That's right, Toby. Yo ho ho, it's Poop Deck Pappy.
Poop Deck Pappy.
The old sailor whose diaper's always full. Poop Deck Pappy and his sidekick, Tootie the parrot. What a load of fun. Just pull Poop Deck Pappy's string and watch what happens.
Man, that stinks.
Poop Deck Pappy.
Poop Deck Pappy. Sea breeze air freshener and spare trousers not included. Poop Deck Pappy. He's gonna potty like it's 1999.
Cappy clog, Cappy clog. Stinks, stinks.
He's going to potty like it's 1999.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Man has a voice of an angel. 8:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Where'd they get that guy?
I don't know, but they're lucky to get him.
Must be short of announcers in the building. They couldn't get Jay or Ace to do it.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. We do have fog out there. Turn your headlights on, kids. Later, partly cloudy skies and a high of 61. Cloudy tomorrow, 68, 35 now.
Yeah, now we're cooking with gas.
Some nice weather.
Rejoin music.
Watch this. Watch what I do.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to save this. This is too good to waste right now.
Okay.
I've got to press the wrong button here. Let's see. What did I want to remind you of? Oh, you heard the guy talking about the money thing.
Yep.
So pay attention. That could be nice for you.
That guy.
Also, we have the Bob and Tom after party coming up. Something brand new on Q95. Details ahead. This is the Bob and Tom Show. How is everybody? Thanks for coming. Happy to be here. Here is the Bob and Tom program on the 25th of March, 2020. During the quarantine era.
We're here, baby.
Yes.
We are here. We're
best shows ever.
keeping our distance.
Having a hell of a time. We're all having nervous breakdowns, but we're having a hell
acting
of a
like
time.
we like each other again.
Behind the glass, it's Jessica Alsman back in that other room over there.
My own little interview loft. You guys finally have an interview loft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she is kind of up in the air.
And then Mr. Oskay and Mr. Dean behind glass over there. Mm-hmm. And then we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this room, but almost 10 feet apart. I think we're going to thin this down tomorrow.
What does that mean?
No, I don't think that. I think we're fine the way it is.
I don't think so. Welcome back to the program. Christy, of course, is at the Navy Federal Credit Union
riddled with
desk.
At least he's open to a discussion about it.
Yeah. That's not happening.
He'll talk it. Well,
Now,
free intercourse.
We've been suffering through this.
Suffering.
somehow we were talking about personal health and hillbilly remedies, and
of course that brought up my mother.
And she used to make
She would give me Vicks Vapor Rub and make me swallow it.
which apparently is poison, so don't do that.
Yeah, there's
camphor.
camphor in it. Yeah.
Camphor in it, yeah.
And you mentioned Burt Camford, who I'd never heard of.
Kampfert, not F-A-R-T.
Kaem.
That'd be a lesser known. He was a parody song guy.
That's right.
Burt
Here's
Camford.
Burt Camford.
This is his big hit. Which
makes me want to move.
And this guy's German?
Yeah. He wrote Strangers in the Night.
Great song.
Oh, it's good stuff.
What are you going to say?
My effing friend. You can do the twist. You can
do anything you want to this thing.
What's he doing?
Oh, Tom's just sneezing out some blood. He really did.
You know, if you get Ebola now, people ignore you. You know that.
I ain't afraid of anything, but this song's on.
Okay, so apparently this.
You can do the twist.
The monkey.
Now you were saying this sounds like something you'd see in a fake spy movie. You could see this in I don't know.
Like Austin Powers or something?
Yeah, like Austin Powers, or what was the one you were mentioning that it would be like someone dancing around their living room with a martini?
Oh no, Chick mentioned not Maud.
Hazel.
Hazel. Yeah.
Oh, like the maid is dancing.
That might be
around.
the theme. That would be the theme to Hazel, maybe.
So
Hazel, maybe.
The folks that own the house are gone, and as soon as they leave, she breaks out a martini glass.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mixes a martini, walks around
her
vacuuming.
Oh,
maid
yeah.
uniform.
Oh yeah.
Getting a good buzz on.
Swinging doing a little lasso with the vacuum.
Yeah. You can do anything to this song.
Gets in Mr. B's pot stash.
Mr. B, that's some righteous weed, Mr. B. Josh is killing it.
Josh is killing this song.
Okay, now we have.
Oh, hey, look, he's reading finally directions. This is exciting.
We have the Bare Naked Ladies
All right.
Oh, were they mentioned
in
him?
the song 1 Week.
Love this song.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me.
They mentioned Burt Camford.
Camford,
Here we go.
Kiss my ass.
Here we go.
Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Burt Camford's got the mad hits. You try to match wits.
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Burt Camford's got the mad hits. We
Yep.
try to match wits.
Yep. Yes.
Mumbled right through that every time.
Me too. I'm with you, Jess.
Oh, I knew what you were saying.
The Chinese chicken.
Did you know that?
China,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I knew of Burt Camford.
Chicken Chinese.
Those guys are so good.
Josh is the one who started this. When I said Camphor, he immediately went to Burt Camford.
Yep, he did.
Obscure trivia fact.
About Bare Naked Ladies?
Yes. One of the members is the cousin of
A comedian, right?
Harland Williams.
Harland Williams,
Very good.
the great comedian.
Yes. Yeah.
Who shows up every time Harland Williams shows up in a movie, it gets better.
No, I agree.
Often for just 5 minutes while he's in it.
He's wonderful.
He's terrific.
You drinking your old grandfather's cough syrup with your pumpkin head there?
You start talking like
God, I
him.
love him. I miss him.
He has a great album of just ad-libs from the stage responding to people shouting at him.
Oh,
Heckles.
he's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific. And so we are totally off topic again. Thanks for joining us. We have not been able to sustain
We're
any kind of
conversing.
a thread through today's show. I'm very
nice.
proud of that.
It is nice.
Wonderful.
It's a free-for-all.
Now, here we have another Burt Camford song.
Oh, good.
A different one.
I'm not going to tell you what this is
You
called.
can never have enough, Burt
but I'm going to
Camford.
let you guess.
Okay.
After it starts,
What the title is.
we'll
Okay, are you going to?
yes, I'm going to have them guess what the title is. No, Pat, I'm going to have them guess what Burt
Are you
Camford's
going to give
mother's
us,
name was.
Are you going to give us a signal when we can guess, or can we? just
No, I
blurt
will
it out?
stop the show and discuss it with you.
Okay. Oh, this sounds a little bit like the other one.
No.
Yeah,
this
the
is a
theme
completely-
is you get a nice little drum beat going. Then you pick out 6 notes at random and have one instrument play them over and over and over.
Hey, when you solve the equation, you don't need to try again, buddy.
Class.
Wasn't this a commercial?
These all sound like commercials.
This is an ad for Living Chick.
I swear to you, the first radio station I worked at, or the second, we'd use this for background for commercials.
Klaus, you play flute.
Say more at Stroh Snyder's Drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That happened.
Not really legal.
Oh, of course
Well,
not. No.
back then, nobody paid attention.
Nobody's listening to West Virginia radio, I don't think.
Of course they are.
Oh, I mean, they listen to us.
Of course.
Listen to that brass.
Charleston, we love
He
you.
doesn't change what he's got. He just stays with it, doesn't he? Well,
He's devoted to that. Okay, so now
It's alchemy, baby.
I'll go. You can answer
We
one
have to
question apiece.
guess?
All right.
Okay, Pat Godwin, you go first. What is that instrument?
That's a flute.
Thank you very much. Now, that is a reference to what the title of the song is.
Oh.
Flute fun?
Flautist's Holiday.
Flute Zoot Riot.
It's not flautist.
Is it flute fun?
No, it's not flute fun.
It's Flute Suit Riot.
No, it's
Is
not.
it big,
Ace, you want to take a guess?
Big flute and fun. Yeah.
The word flute is augmented slightly.
Oh.
Is it
Flutie Tootie?
Is it?
Oh, you're so close.
really?
It is. You're so close.
Flutie Tootie?
Flutie Tootie?
Tootie Flutie. Because
That's
when it
the
comes,
name of
when it comes to doing a soulful breakthrough in contemporary culture, sure, you've got Little Richard,
Yeah,
but
Tutti
then right
Frutti.
after that, you've got the soulful Burt Camford.
Oh, yeah.
So this joins yakety sax in the instrument pun title category.
Yeah.
God, this is good.
Oh, man, isn't it?
This is road music.
What do you mean, road music?
You just see someone driving along.
Josh has an inventive dance every measure.
I could see
in
this.
a movie? Yeah.
Yeah, you could see this in like the movie Sideways. They're driving through the vineyards.
Yeah.
This would be great music for that. He's driving while doing a crossword
It's
puzzle.
almost cartoonish. Don't you think?
You watch your mouth, Christy. This is sophisticated stuff.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I hope somewhere that there's some computer registering a lot of people Googling Burt Camford.
There's actually a thing called Google Trends.
You can see. I don't think we have enough people interested in this to trend it.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
It'll still show
I'd like
up.
to think we gave the Camford estate a little.
That's right, a little kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little something this morning.
Okay. Well,
One more time. Doodaloo.
does he have one called Sauerkraut that's kind of a mean, angry song?
Sauerkraut. He's German.
I know.
Tom.
The guy's got a sense of humor, obviously.
Burt Camford. That's right.
Tutti Flutie.
Oh, Rudy.
By
That's
Burt
good stuff.
Camford.
Man. That is
Okay,
good
thank you
stuff.
very much.
Thank you, Tom, for playing that.
I would never have heard of Mr. Comfort had you not mentioned him.
Camford.
Camford.
It's not comfort.
Camford.
You know, the name.
I like Mr.
A
Comfort.
word hasn't been invented that he can't mispronounce.
Nope.
Yes.
Coming up.
Talking to you, Nick Nolte.
I'm not sure.
Marilyn Monroe.
Rosanna.
Mario Andretti.
Okay. I'm sorry. I know that you think it is. Her name is pronounced Rosanna Arquette.
All right, Tam.
No, it's not.
It's
Rosanna.
I heard her on a
Whatever you say.
television show.
I don't care how
talking
she
about-
pronounced it. I learned this from you. I don't care how she says her name. It's Rosanna.
Well, it was Rosanna in the song, but she pronounces it
It's also
Rosanna.
Charday. You have a problem with that, though, don't you?
Because it's Sade. Okay?
Smooth operator.
Show me the SH in Charday.
Is there a
won't
better
you?
song than Smooth Operator?
No.
I don't think
That's
so.
a great
But
song.
her name is Sade.
I don't think so.
And don't even get me started on Mike Krzyzewski.
Well, yeah, that one.
What about Ray Fiennes?
Yeah.
Ralph?
Ralphie boy.
Ralphie. Okay, thank you very much.
Brother Ray.
Now, we're going to try in the next hour to squeeze in dolphins, stegosauruses, bees, swords, cows, Burmese pythons, hippos, and ponies. I don't think we can get them all in. We have to save some of this stuff.
right.
Wait a minute. This is called Rudy Whistle.
It's called Whistling in the Thistle.
Yeah.
Whistle in the Thistle, yeah. That's very good,
That's
chick.
Pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That's going to be flute in the poop chute. If you don't stop
Backup band.
We are coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Donnie Baker, you know what you'd look good in? A Bob and Tom You Guys Rock sweatshirt. It's available at bobandtomstore.com. Just click on hoodies and tees to order this vintage sweatshirt. Don't forget all of the cool hats and the cool shirts that are there as well at bobandtomstore.com. My son's favorite hat, the Bob and Tom camo style hat. Wears it all the time. Just saw him in it yesterday. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The White House and Senate leaders of both parties have agreed on an unprecedented emergency legislation to rush sweeping aid to businesses, workers, and a healthcare system slammed by the coronavirus pandemic. The urgently needed pandemic response measure is the largest economic rescue measure in history. It's intended as a weeks or months-long patch for an economy spiraling into recession and a nation facing a potentially ghastly toll. As the coronavirus panic spreads across the globe, so too do the crimes related to it. Crimes capitalize on fear, panic, and urge to lay blame and add to the burden of law enforcement. Hundreds of surgical masks were stolen in Portland, Oregon, amid shortage for healthcare workers. And the Justice Department says people who threaten to spread the new coronavirus could be charged under U.S. terrorism statutes because officials consider it a biological agent under the law. And the Florida spring breaker, seen in that viral video last week, saying, quote, "If I get corona, I get corona," is now apologizing for his reaction to the coronavirus. Brady Slutter says in an Instagram post that he put up recently that he owes up to his mistake and didn't realize the impact of those words. The 22-year-old from the Cincinnati area told a TV news crew in Miami last week he wasn't going to let concerns over the coronavirus stop him from partying. That, of course, was seen everywhere as an example of young people ignoring warnings about the pandemic. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Remember those commercials for high karate where the women were attacking? You had to learn karate to keep them off of?
The guy would put this on, then he'd have to fight the women off.
Oh, that's so great.
And you'd hear, be careful how you use high karate. And these women were attacking this guy because he had it. Yeah.
Love it.
But we were talking about inappropriate commercials. I think the greatest of all time is the
Territon?
The Territon. I'd rather fight than
switch commercials.
Had the wife with the black eye. Give me my smokes, bitch. I'd rather fight than switch.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man song.
He's the man. He's the man.
I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. Cause I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say yeah right. I'm the man of this house until you get home.
He's the man. He's the man.
What I say goes around here right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear. Because I'm head honcho around here, but it's all in my head.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I can have sex anytime that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered.
He's the man. He's the man. You the man.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tony Edwards is here with us.
I got this one T-shirt. It says, it's a black thing you wouldn't understand. I feel kind of bad when I wear it because it leaves a lot of people left out. See, I think everyone should have their own T-shirt so everyone can feel the same kind of pride. Like maybe, it's a Japanese thing you wouldn't understand because you're lazy and stupid. It's like, it's an Amish thing. I made this shirt. It's a Republican thing. Give me $1 and I'll explain it to you. Oh, wait. Equal time. It's a Democratic thing. Give me $1. Understand, wouldn't you? Thing dyslexic. It's
9:03 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy has the 2-second forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. It's going to be sunny today.
It's close.
I did it.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Okay, let's start fresh, clean slate.
Yes, we're starting all over.
If you're just joining us, you're lucky.
What a mess.
We're about to educate you into the crazy world of Burt Camford. Okay. This guy was actually a great musician. We'll find out more about him. Probably won't know what I'm talking about. That's okay. Let me just say, this is the Bob and Tom Show. It is 25 March 2020. We are in the days of the quarantine. We're having some fun. I know it's hard to have fun sometimes right now with a lot of serious things going on, but we're doing our best. Thank you for all your contributions, by the way. Lots of great mail. Special hello to all the men and women working, doing things like keeping the electricity on, the natural gas, the truckers.
Yeah, picking up trash.
Yeah, and those that are helping out with the retail stuff and stock and grocery stores. All very important. We thank you very much. Now, let's see. That's Josh. That's Chick. There's Ace Cosby over there. That's Mr. Pat Godwin. And you got the guitar out. And then there's Christy right over there. And then behind the glass, we have Jessica Alsman. So we're all keeping our 10 feet separation, whatever it's supposed to be. We're doing our thing. But we have inadvertently stumbled on the topic of the music of Burt
Camford.
Kaempfert. Kaempfert.
Why don't you play a little while you talk about him?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is
Yeah, it does.
here's a live version of his biggest hit.
Und aus Deutschland, Mr. Hitmaker, Burt Camford.
Mr. Hitmaker.
Yeah. Is that German?
Mr. Hitmaker is not German. Now, Tom, you've referred to this as what kind of music? Road music, I believe you said.
Yeah, like if you're driving it, let me play the studio version of that song. This sounds like if in a movie soundtrack they'd be driving along and driving through the farm fields and beautiful scenery going by.
Well, Frank agrees. Our friend Frank writes in and says, yes, it is road music. It makes me want to walk out into the middle of the road.
All right, sir.
Okay, so, Chick, you enjoy this, right?
Oh, I love it. Makes you move, man.
Okay, I'm about to ruin it for you. Ready?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Camford.
Cowboy fan?
No.
Oh.
Worse than that.
Worse than that?
Yep.
This has to have something to do with...
You know what? All right. He hired a bunch of dudes to back a guy named Tony Sheridan for an album called My Bonnie in 1961.
This is better than I thought.
My Bonnie was released by Polydor Records. He produced it. The backup band were some unknowns called the Beatles.
This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
They probably knew them from the Cavern Club. Didn't they play the Cavern Club in Germany?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, there's a book about it.
A man walked into a music store owned by Brian Epstein.
I love that show.
Asked for a copy of My Bonnie.
Can I touch
and
your crotch?
that led to the discovery of the Beatles.
Is it My Bonnie Flies Over the Ocean?
Yeah,
is that the song?
I thought it was Lies Over the Ocean. Is it Flies or Lies?
Sorry. Yeah,
My Bonnie Lies Over
it
the
is
Ocean.
Lies. Yes.
I'm sorry.
No.
A song I've despised since I was a kid.
My doggy lies over. Is that
Never understood it.
Lies over.
How can she lie in the ocean?
Right, yeah.
Never got it. It's one of those songs they
Lies
used to always
over
make you
the
sing when you're a
sea.
kid. Do they still make them sing crappy songs like that?
I know I had to.
What's the worst one? Oh, if I had a hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd have broken that record. Anyways, who knew that? That if it weren't for Burt Camford and this, we wouldn't have the Fab Four.
I don't think. I don't think you could. Someone else would have found them, probably.
How do you know?
Well,
he wrote Danka Shane.
What?
Donka
Shane.
Wait a minute.
Danka Shane.
Donkey Shane.
What is? How do you pronounce it?
Now it's Danka.
It's Donka Shane.
It's Donka Shane.
Donkey, like donkey? Donka Shane?
Donka Shane.
Did you not ever listen to Wayne Newton?
I can't.
I try to avoid it at all costs.
I can't take it.
Donka Shane.
Okay, so we've
lock the doors.
Burt Camford, and of course, Burt Camford's other big
Saw that
hit,
live.
Tutti Frutti.
Oh, yeah. Tutti Flutie.
Tutti Frutti,
Yes,
sorry.
please.
Again,
Tutti Frutti.
Now, people are loving this. Thad writes
they
in.
are.
Yeah.
The subject of this email is please stop. People love it.
That's like somebody saying, "Hey, man, that's bad." It's the same thing.
And they mean it's bad.
Yeah, when he says, "Please stop,"
he means more.
Keep going.
Yeah.
More. They want more.
Thad, please stick with us, man. We're.
Now for Linson.
We'll be back to our regular programming soon.
How to pronounce words. Here we go.
Yeah, pretty plain.
I love so it's like dunk. Like dunking a basketball.
Yeah, and Pat, I'm with you, man. I thought this was a girl for
Yeah, I did too.
When I was a kid.
Yeah, Wayne Newton and Neil Sedaka.
I stacked this movie moment up with Eddie. Ferris Bueller starts saying Donka Shane. And
This isn't a girl?
No,
No,
this
it's
is
Wayne
A
Newton.
very young Wayne Newton.
Who knew? Yeah, exactly.
You didn't
What?
know that?
No, I knew he sang it, but I didn't know that. I thought this was like a cover, like a female singing. I don't know.
Shake it up, baby.
Wow.
Wasn't
Twist and shout.
wasn't?
Twist and shout. Come on, baby.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of who's the
on the float.
who's the comedian? I think he's either Australian or Canadian whose mom had an affair with. Was it with
Ian
Wayne?
Bagg.
Yes,
Ian Bagg's mom had an affair with Wayne Newton.
And he's very Canadian.
He's very Canadian.
On his wedding day, right? I thought.
No, it wasn't on his wedding day.
Something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's call him. I know he's home. He's not doing anything else.
I'm a
He's
big
in
fan.
L.A. though. I think it's probably.
Okay. So here we go.
Yes.
Now you guys were talking about how maybe we should write lyrics to a Burt.
I think he found out on his wedding day, but it happened.
Burt Camford song?
Tutti Flutie?
Okay, so Dean's grabbing his bass.
Oh, now I think we're just going to recreate our own Burt Camford song.
We're in B flat now, the original key.
Okay.
Want to go to A?
Oh
No.
no!
He said no.
We're gonna go
Seems
to
to be
A.
a protest.
Well, it's our first band argument.
Okay, now
Only 10 more minutes.
now this is the trick. This is how you. Now that's all you got. You
Never had one lesson.
no bridge, no chorus, and you've got a Burt Camford song. That's all it takes, really.
Yep.
Sounds lovely.
Look at Ace. Mix it up, Ace. Come on, baby.
Yeah, this makes Mitch Miller look soulful. Well, you see, you come in a little late, makes it kind of exciting, like the anticipation of the. Okay. I got another email here. It's subject heading, please stop. Okay. Thank you very much. One more here. Okay, this one begins, dear God, let it end. Okay. And then maybe try changing keys, anything, dear God. Okay, very good.
Who's not happy?
Okay.
I'm happy.
Could you play is there like a coda?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, that ended perfectly. That was wonderful.
Gorgeous piece of work.
Thank you very much, fellas.
Thank you.
That would have been a
Marta.
hit in 1966 or whatever.
Yeah.
Could you write lyrics to it?
Sure.
Dun dun dun.
Go ahead. Play it again, guys.
I've got something for you.
It's got new lyrics.
In the park.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Walking on in the park.
What am I saying? What we have the master of scatting
the
here.
scatter, yes.
So let's turn it into a scat, please. Go ahead, Josh.
Rapatoot. Hibbly rapatoot.
Oh, yeah.
Repeat it again.
Rabadaritsidut. Liberty.
Exactly the same this next time. You changed it. Can't change it. It's got to be the same every time.
You can't put handcuffs on a scatter,
I was
man.
gonna say. Scat the same twice.
German it up a little bit.
Reitsnit Gott, Blitzen und Dipkan-Krieg.
That's right.
Harbeles Nivelkraut.
Come on now.
Flarbelit Zock.
What other languages you want to hear?
French.
French?
Så flanker Rob se Rombundu Ralala rilla we Ho 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 so
Espanol
Rio se Hazapadagorg Biblioteca.
That sounds nothing like Spanish. I don't know what country that is.
Using Spanish words.
Hi-yo.
Okay, you want one more?
Nothing Asian. I'd like to keep my job.
It's called African.
Okay.
Hey, maybe, this is probably, no matter where we go, it's going to be bad.
We should.
The more I think about it, let's tour here about Russian. Go ahead.
Russian? Oh, Rondongsteig. Uberallim Vongeig. Hunting Day.
They're taking Berlin. Wait a minute, that was German. Thank you very much. Okay, wrap it up, fellas. Cap it.
All right.
Very nice.
Boy, this is
lovely.
Either the best or worst show we've ever done.
Thus far, we have not gotten to the stories about the dinosaurs, the
We've
cows,
done one story.
the hippos, the robots.
I don't think we've ever got an email saying, please stop.
Under the subject heading, stop now.
It was called Please Stop, and this time got to stop now.
Try a different key.
Coming up, we have Allie Breen, so we will get to change the subject.
Oh, and we've
Talk
got a letter
about
from the
love.
governor saying, didn't I tell you guys to stay at home?
We're all breaking the law today. Yeah, that's true.
I really did look at his declaration. I read the whole dang thing, and it said we were essential. So
It did? It said that? Where's
Yes.
the
First and last time.
Radio, TV,
That was
and
before this
media.
show.
Dr. Fauci just wrote me when he said, get me the hell out of here. Okay.
Fauci's rubbing his head.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now, before we get... So give me the teaser, Christy.
We have Allie Breen coming up, so we'll be talking about love and relationships next. But, uncertainty comes in many forms in military life, and from unexpected changes in duty stations to sudden deployments, we've all faced tough challenges individually. But right now, we're facing some really tough time together, and Navy Federal Credit Union is here to help our members.
That's right. They're here with us to face these times head on. At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want you to know that we have your back. Uncertain times call for reliable service.
No matter what, we remain committed to serving all of our members all of the time. That means our branches will remain open as long as possible. The safety of our members, employees, and community are first priority.
And even if the branch isn't open, my gosh, their app is amazing. You can
so
do
easy.
everything on it. Their website. You can also get in touch with the world-class member service that Navy Federal offers, whether you're on ship or ashore, at home or abroad.
We've had our members' backs for 87 years, in good times and bad. Maybe that's why we've been named one of the best military credit unions by U.S. News and World Report.
That's right, serving active duty veterans and their families.
Which is why Josh and I are members, because our fathers served in the Army. Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is federally insured by the NCUA.
Thank you very much. Now, when we come back, the lovely Allie Breen confined to quarters.
In New York City.
Small apartment in New York City without a man.
That we know of. Last week she was sans man, but maybe
many
this
of us
week...
are okay without a man.
I thought you told me she's sleeping her way through the building.
No, I never said that.
Rent-free this month.
2A or not 2B.
Women can live without men. I don't know if you've heard.
You can take the money on the dresser, or you can take a ride. It's up to you.
What is it? A woman needs a man. Like
I said
a fish needs a bicycle or
That's
something.
right.
I
That's
saw,
exactly
I saw
right.
a lot of those in college. Well, clearly she's off limits. Not that I'm surprised a bicycle lets her get on her. Okay. Right. We're coming right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. I know you don't want today's Bob and Tom Show to end, but here on Bob and Tom 24/7, we roll right into Bob and Tom's work farce. All the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby's your host. Keep the smile going all day and keep all of your family members guessing what you're up to as you tune in to us right here all day long. Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk with your entertainment news. Billionaire Warren Buffett appearing in an animated ad about proper hand-washing techniques to help educate kids during the coronavirus outbreak. The new public service announcement's tied to the Secret Millionaires Club cartoon that features advice from an animated version of the billionaire investor. Buffett lent his voice to the ad that touts the benefits of washing hands for at least 20 seconds. Lollapalooza holding off announcing a lineup for the summer's festival. Organizers tweet that while they usually announce the lineup around this time of year, they're at home taking care of each other, listening to music, and dreaming of summertime in Chicago. Organizers say they're going forward with planning for a time when it's safe to hold the festival. Right now, Lollapalooza is scheduled for July 30th through August 2nd. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions now will take place on November 7th in Cleveland. The ceremony was supposed to be in May, but was called off due to the coronavirus concerns. This year's inductees, the Doobie Brothers, Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, T-Rex, the Notorious B.I.G., and 9 Inch Nails. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Do you have the one about the dog food?
Yeah, someone stole a 40-pound package of dog food off the porch of a house in California.
Oh.
The thief turned out to be a bear.
Oh. See, here's the thing. Bears can't read,
No.
right? The bear
No.
gets up there. He goes, hey,
food for
there's
me.
a bag of bear food.
Finders keepers.
Security video
They spelled
taken.
bear wrong.
We have audio of the bear walking away with the dog food.
Do-de-do-de-do.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
All around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast.
Very nice.
Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! I get up in the morning about 6 a.m. Have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot. Push down the lever and the wires get hot. I get toast. Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side and you make your selection. Push to the dark or the light, and then if it pops too soon, press down again. Make toast. Yeah, toast! When the first caveman drove in from the dregs, didn't know what would go with the bacon and the eggs. Must have been a genius, got it in his head. Plug the toaster in the wall, buy a bag of bread, make toast. Yeah, toast! Oui, monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Oh, croissantez-vous avez? Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oh, oui, Marie, baguette, bonsoir. French toast! French toast! In Chicago, we're on the Bob and Tom Show. Yeah, toast!
Toast.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Right now, Killer Bees joins us in the studio.
Bees, how you doing?
Real good, man. Making
Oh,
up a
see ya.
shopping list over here. My wife's eating in bed now. She's at that part of the pregnancy where they crave all this food.
Uh-huh.
Some people have mirrors over the bed. We got a sneeze guard. Sleeping on those Posturepedic Sealamil, man. Hey, you ain't lived till you're making love. And you're
9:22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Ye who have given up all hope. Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather. We have a foggy start to our Wednesday. This is brought to you by CarX, but we will see some sunshine this afternoon and a high of 61. Mostly cloudy and warmer tomorrow with a high near 70, currently 35.
All right.
Yeah.
So some pretty good weather. That's nice.
Get outside.
You'd use that. Be listening for that shot at $1,000. I can't tell you exactly when. It's probably written here somewhere. This is Q95 to some. Just keep paying attention. How about that? It'll come up eventually. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. The show with the roadmap to happiness.
Oh, my.
We just lost it. I don't know what it is. Anybody seen the roadmap?
No, blew out the window a while ago, yeah.
Blew out the window.
We fold it wrong. What happened?
3 hours ago.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. It is happening 25 March 2020. Yes, it is that time, and we
How
are
could
here,
we?
and we're toughing it out, having some fun. We're lucky to be having fun.
Road maps. You had to fold them up. Remember that? What the hell?
Always a trick to folding a road
Sure,
map, of course.
absolutely.
In the meantime, let me introduce Ace. That's Chick over there at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
There's Josh right there. I'm Tom. That's Pat Godwin over there behind the glass.
Hello.
It's Jessica Alsman.
Just hanging out in my own little
She's got her own room.
isolation room. It's kind of nice in here. It's really roomy. I recommend this area.
All right. Yeah, you've got plenty of space. We're trying to keep our social distance, as they say. We're keeping plenty of social distance from comedian Allie Breen. She's in New York City and joins us on the telephone. Hey, Allie.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Have you heard our Burt Camford?
I'm sure you have.
Allie, let me play some music for you. I don't know if this is the kind of music you play when you have a man in your place, but
Let's hear it.
maybe mixing a martini, dancing around naked.
This is exactly what I play.
So
tray.
good.
I'm in a little hula outfit.
Little hula.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm being
Open up the fridge, get that little jar of onions.
Whale, baby, whale.
Little teeny onions you put in the drink.
It's like a Swedish massage for your ears, isn't it?
Someone on Twitter is saying that he wrote Swingin' Safari, the original theme song for the match game. Oh, wow.
That does sound theme song.
Yeah, it does sound theme song.
And boy, does it sound like a game show theme.
Yeah, like the dating game.
We'll be right back with more to tell the truth.
Yeah, there you go.
And it turns out that
Thank you, Jim.
he was had something to do kind of with the Beatles sort of getting discovered.
He was
Good-looking guy. Look
He
at
was
this guy.
blind in his left eye.
Look at this guy, Christy. Good-looking guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's rather intense.
It kind of
looking.
looks like a...
A bit Bryan Cranston-y.
Yes.
Yeah.
A more handsome Brian Cranston.
Yeah, exactly what I was going
Maybe
to
if
say.
Robert Wagner and Bryan Cranston had a son.
Love child?
I'd like to know what he was doing in 42, 43.
He was like 12 years old. so
46.
Probably practicing his drums.
He was in the youth, I can tell you that.
Oh, my God. It's probably slander. So
Jojo Rabbit.
We take that. Okay, so Allie, now you're in your apartment. No visitors at all?
No visitors. Totally quarantined.
Okay.
Have you been doing any video
very boring.
chats with your family or friends?
Yeah, I tried doing a Zoom chat with my family. Otherwise, just regular FaceTime.
And the Zoom chat's the one where it looks like the beginning of the Brady Bunch?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we did one of those the other day. That was really confusing.
It is a little confusing, and the sound goes off.
Yeah, I was
but
going to say,
it's,
yeah, there was...
Here's an idea. If it's confusing, let's not do it.
Well, I wasn't doing it with you guys. I was doing it with some friends. And
But people who can't work together are doing like Zoom cocktail hours.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work.
You know,
Absolutely.
I've seen some pretty good ones. I've seen some pretty good. There was one of a guy making a martini that was hilarious, dancing around.
Was that a TikTok or was that a Zoom?
Was there music in the background while he was mixing the martini?
Yeah, there was, but it should have been.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, this would be good. Christy, this afternoon, can you?
I'll make you a
Christy's with
martini.
the shake weight.
Yeah.
You can shake your martini.
Yeah, shaker cocktail.
Christy. Oh, now she's double handed.
double up.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, the old lady there.
Photo shoppers are busy today.
Two guys are happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Two at a time.
Looks like
Here we go.
4.
I meant that so innocently.
You're as red as your shirt.
Wow.
Right
Yeah.
now.
But anyway, yeah. So that little Burt Camford, and once again, he's mentioned.
Music to give handies by.
Once he's
Perfect time.
he's mentioned in the Bare Naked Lady song 1 week,
I had no idea.
which I mean that is really
and the
obscure.
Chinese chick. That's all I know.
Here, I'll play it for you. Listen carefully, Allie. Listen to this. Are you familiar with this song?
Okay.
You know, do you remember this song from?
Well, play it.
Let's hear it.
No, I'm not going to play it now.
No, Ali, you remember 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies?
Sure.
It's kind of a roster of stuff flying by. That's it. Now,
That's
here's
the beginning.
Here, that's how it goes. And then you get the list of stuff. Here we go.
Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Burt Camford's got the mad hits. You try to match wits. You try to hold me but a bus.
Burt Camford's got the mad hits.
Yeah, I try to match wits. That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
That flies by. What is the original song that did that? Like, was it Life? Yeah, they did on the radio.
Life is a rock, but the radio rolled me.
Yeah,
it was by Reunion.
The words fly by.
Johnny Cash has one like that.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't REM have one like that?
Sure, yeah, it's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah, thank you.
Then We Didn't Start the Fire is on the list song.
Yeah, and then
Oh, that whole song.
don't
is
you
that?
have one like that?
Johnny Cash has one like that.
Do not
He
play
has
We Didn't Start
I've been
the Fire.
everywhere, man. He lists all
Yeah,
of his
everybody.
songs.
Okay. So, well, Allie, it's just you there in that New York apartment. Have you been
Yep, just me.
researching dating or anything while you're there?
I mean, not researching dating. I've been doing a little texting. You know, this is the time, pandemics is when all your exes text you. So I've had that happen, and that's about it.
Have you heard this that's going around, Allie, where women are really starting to become real attracted to the alpha males that they overlooked before for the skinny jean guy because they can take care of them?
They need protection.
Yep, during a pandemic.
I can see that.
Yeah. Allie, do you watch porn?
Occasionally.
All right. Yeah. You didn't want to answer that, did you?
I don't think most women do.
Want to answer it or watch it?
I mean, sometimes I think, but not. Well, also, I think guys are kind of addicted. I think a guy will watch it every day. For a girl, I don't know,
Well,
once a week maybe.
Pornhub apparently has changed the name on their website to Stay Home Hub. If you go there, the banner now says Stay Home Hub.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And we had a news story this morning. Apparently, the Pornhub website is now free.
Yes, the premium side of things.
For
Yes,
30
free.
days.
And again, my question:
always so
if
generous
it's
during
regularly
crisis.
free, how do they make it? What do they have? An extra orifice? What?
Point of entry. Yeah, there's
Okay.
extra.
Okay, I'm just.
Well, no, because it's not. Normally, you get like a preview for free. I think they're doing the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that
Especially the
case?
bang part.
Do you even care what you say anymore?
No.
No.
Well, Allie, it's our mission to help
I think
those.
in China. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I think in China they're restricted from porn too. So those poor people under quarantine
Right.
had nothing.
Whoa.
Well, and did you also see that the divorce rates are skyrocketing amid quarantine?
How can they really measure that though? Because no one can go to court.
I don't know. According to this, top matrimonial attorneys are experiencing a 50% rise in inquiries from potential clients. This is according to the New York Post.
It's probably essential.
Isn't it
That's
easier just to
essential
get the-
work? You can leave to go get divorced.
Just easier to get the virus, isn't it? That's what I mean. I think I'd be out.
Allie, if you just joined us,
I'd be out licking the subway.
That would be considered the seventh swing and a miss for Josh today. Because ordinarily he's hit a couple of home runs today, but man, he's really going for the fences and repeatedly just whiffing.
I don't know.
But I appreciate you.
Really T-bowing it up. out here.
Home run just a few
I
minutes
thought
ago.
that was spot on, Josh.
Thank
But
you.
I
yeah.
think this is real apropos for her because a lot of this is in Manhattan where people are in small spaces and cannot get away from each other.
Absolutely.
Okay, well.
Right. This is the time where instead of wishing I had a man, I think I'm very grateful I don't have a man.
Yeah.
I would not want to be cooped up.
Wait a second. Allsman just threw in.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I mean, like, I agree. Like, what if you're next to this loud eater and you can't get away from him? You're like, I hate mouth noises, kind of. Like
Donnie.
Tom. We have
Okay.
space in our house, thankfully. So
Is your man a mouth eater?
he eats with his mouth. Yes.
What do you?
What else do you
just
eat with?
lay on the food and let osmosis take it?
I mean, I
What
don't
the hell are
understand.
you doing? You gotta be a
I
mouth
don't
eater.
understand what I'm. She said I don't understand what a
You're
mouth
like,
eater is.
Oh, does he make a lot of noises when he eats?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
But
You're backing
whatever.
away.
You can't backtrack
I'm just
now.
saying, if you were in a closed space like some of these apartments in New York, I'm sorry.
Well, let me
That
ask you this:
sucks.
does he make a lot of noises
All right.
when he eats?
Really.
Waiting for our first letter from
Josh is
Allie.
back.
I've been told that I grunt a lot.
When you
One of
eat?
those. No, when I'm like doing anything, like.
Oh, you're a grunt. You're sitting down, getting up.
Having sex, you're
Okay.
a grunter?
No, well,
I make noise when I get up.
you know, standing up.
Ah, gotcha.
Do the old man noise. You know?
Yeah, wallets on the chiffonier there, chocolate.
You know that person that's eating though, and the whole time they're like, and you're like, what?
Tom is a loud
Just
eater.
mouth open.
Tom
open
eats
mouth
like he's in
eater.
prison.
He's a fast eater.
Tom is a fast, loud
Here's
eater.
Tom eating.
I'm out of prison.
You got 10 minutes.
Hey, look,
You lousy
these are
screw.
short breaks. Allie, I think we probably only have time for one quick letter.
Oh.
Have you got a good one for us?
Yeah, dear Allie, I just started dating a girl who's in a long-distance open relationship. She's been with her boyfriend for 8 years, but claims that they break up all the time. I really like her, but is it silly for me to hang on thinking it might be different with me and maybe we could one day be monogamous?
Yes, that's stupid.
It's probably a little silly to think that. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
It's okay. I mean,
But if that's,
yeah, if you just want to have fun.
Sure.
A long-distance open relationship is barely even
a relationship.
That's just like somebody.
Exactly. We're also just getting one side of this. I'd like to hear what the guy has to say. She said, "Well, what? In an open relationship?"
I thought we were engaged. What's happening?
8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. He has a shot, I think. If he's actually around, like she'll probably drop the other dude.
No.
Nope.
She's hanging on to him for some reason.
Because there's nobody good enough to occupy the space.
Can't find a better man.
Yeah, well, let's just do one more letter and see if we can actually help someone.
Dear Allie, I just got serious with a guy I met on Tinder. He has a female roommate who he used to hook up with, and now he says they're strictly platonic.
Nope.
I met her the other day, and she was overly nice to me, but I don't trust her at all. Since we just got serious, is it too early to tell him he needs to go get a new roommate?
Oh my gosh, yes. But I think this is doomed. I give this guy the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
But you're so worried about this that it's never going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And also under current conditions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And insisting she move out, that's a big commitment on his part to change his living arrangement.
Yeah, you might want to do a quarantine update.
yeah.
And if he answers the phone, Suckathon 2020.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, there's your answer.
Yeah. Sorry.
At last, a sensible answer.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we could do one more, Allie. What do you got?
Sure, dear Allie. I met a woman on OkCupid who I'm getting pretty serious with. As a single guy, I would go to dominatrixes and get humiliated by webcam girls.
Okay.
I want to have a serious relationship, but I don't want to give up that part of my life. Is it okay to do this and keep that hidden since it's totally unemotional?
This is a Josh question.
I think the ideal situation would be for you to find a woman who is totally cool with this and, in fact, insists on it, likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Either she can dominate you or she can allow you to go see. And there are women out there. You'll have to bring this up at some point. And if she's not into it, you're going to have to move on.
Wow.
But do guys, you think, want the girl they date to also be their dominatrix, or you think they want them to be
I
two
bet
things?
it varies. I bet it varies.
Okay.
That would be really weird.
It is, it's weird to us because
You
we're
go,
not
hey,
into
well,
it.
Right.
Where are we going for dinner tonight? You name your favorite
The
place. All of a sudden, she starts beating you up over it.
Therapeutic for a relationship,
I just
though.
wanted to talk out for a line. I can't calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh knows all about this because didn't you date a woman that her side gig was she was an
online dominatrix? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is all very weird to me.
Yeah.
Well, especially the online part. You would think someone would want. I mean, online has such a big barrier from in person.
Oh, they loved it. These guys would send her so much money and gifts. It was their thing.
So how did
And
this
she
work?
didn't even have to touch them.
Nope. She just abused them online.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And it was like FaceTime or written out. Or both?
Mostly written out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that.
I know. Aren't you glad that's not
we
your
all
thing?
have something, but
Yeah, she would do that.
You don't want to be the guy that wakes up and goes, "Well, got to find a horse today to make love to."
And exactly.
A dolphin.
Yeah.
Because it is out.
I got to fix that flat on my trailer.
Well, Allie, you can reach Allie for love advice. It's ALLIBREEN.
Perfect.
And Allie will be back on stage soon, we hope.
We hope, yeah.
Yeah,
But
fingers
this is probably a
crossed.
good time to sit down and write Allie a letter, and maybe we can maybe we can help you. I'm not sure if we were in much help today, but Josh, you seemed rather reasonable today. That was very good.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
We do a lot of
Josh has
good.
given up comedy for today. It's primarily just facts,
yes, exactly.
facts and setups.
A lot of exposition.
Wry comments, really.
Informational, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
really
Josh just did a home run doing the Burt Camford faux scatting, so that makes up for everything else. Best of luck, Allie. Can you even go out for walks?
Yeah, so far as I know, we're allowed to go out for walks right now. People can walk their dogs. You can go to the supermarket. You just can't congregate in groups.
Okay.
Well, be very careful. It's scary there.
Yeah.
Get some fresh air.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Okay. And is there any takeout food in New York City?
Oh, yeah, everything's gone takeout. Oh, did you guys see in Portland, some strip clubs started a takeout service?
Oh, yeah.
We did, yeah.
Did you see that, the Boober Eats? I'm
Yes.
waiting for that to happen in New York.
Yep, we saw that.
All right.
Yeah, because everyone's still open doing takeout. I mean, not everybody, but probably 1/3 of the restaurants are open doing takeout.
Yeah,
So-
I saw the one woman, and she was bringing a pizza, and then she took that little table out, that little table-like device that keeps the top of the pizza from, and then she danced on the table briefly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's impressive.
She was fairly petite, but it was a short dance. Okay, thanks, Allie.
Thanks, Allie.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
We'll come right back and attempt to get at least one of our animal stories in.
Okay.
We may have to save them for tomorrow, or we may be getting some more Burt Camford. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, have you got the Bob and Tom app? Well, if you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, something tells me you already do. But what about your friends, your neighbors, the people you love? You got to let them know about it. You can tune into your local station, listen to Bob and Tom 24/7, send us photos, videos, audio messages. You, too, can become a junior windbag, letting Tom know exactly what he may have misinterpreted or gotten wrong. Tom. Set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Christy Lee, the first voice you hear in the morning. Oh, yeah. The Bob and Tom app, and best of all, as Josh would say, it's free, because it is. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Video games have become a go-to hobby for millions of self-isolating around the world, and athletes from preps to pros have eagerly grabbed the controls. Competitive by nature, mostly from generations Y and Z, and with ample time to fill, stars like Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic have turned to gaming to stay connected with fans. It's been a seamless transition for Minnesota Twins pitcher Trevor May, who's also a pro video game streamer. May says he's been helping other athletes, including New York Mets slugger Pete Alonso, try to set up their own feeds. Leagues are also using virtual competitions to generate content while players are locked out of their arenas. The International Olympic Committee has taken the unprecedented step of postponing the Summer Games in Tokyo. Perhaps I should have led with that. The IOC said the games must be rescheduled to a date beyond 2020, but no later than summer of 2021 to safeguard the health of the athletes, everybody involved in the Olympic Games, and the international community. The games slated to begin in July, now the first Olympics to be postponed for any reason. The Olympics canceled in 1916, 1940, and 1944 due to world wars. NASCAR has informed its staff that pay cuts will be imposed across the company until the series returns to racing. NASCAR President Steve Phelps announced the moves in a memo to employees, a copy of which obtained by the AP from a person who requested anonymity because the sensitivity of the situation. The memo said series executives, including the presidents of NASCAR-owned tracks, will see a 25% reduction in salary. All other employees will have their salaries reduced by 20%. Tampa Bay Buccaneers introduced quarterback Tom Brady during a teleconference Tuesday. The 42-year-old Brady says he plans to be very busy learning the new offensive schemes to be employed by head coach Bruce Arians. The six-time Super Bowl champion also stressed he'll be just as dedicated preparing for this season as he was during his 20 years with the New England Patriots. The Carolina Panthers have officially released quarterback Cam Newton. That's a look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that because they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, "Oh, girl, I ain't seen you to." Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn. So I don't ever want to see that.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
And with us in the studio, we have a distinguished actor and comedian. He is John Witherspoon.
My 11-year-old, he's go to private school. Only reason to go to private school is my mother-in-law helps pay half. Little rich kids go there. I see Warren Beatty all the time.
Oh, yeah?
I see Warren Beatty there. He's and Annette Bening. And my son talks like this. Father.
Would
you like a toddy?
Father, my friends are going to Spain for the summer. Where are we going? I said, Compton. I said, where we going?
Compton.
Back to Detroit.
Back to Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you that two left boots with one of them with a high heel.
That's right.
There are water shortages in Nairobi after floods tore through a dam. Apparently, someone aggravated the god of irony. 5 ounces of crack cocaine were found in a toddler's diaper. Cops became suspicious when the combination of the two smells made the drug dog pee himself with excitement.
Yeah, dogs love diapers.
They
That's
do.
True.
Corporate sponsors are finally signing up with the International Gay Rodeo Association. The odd thing about a gay rodeo, after the long weekend, you never know exactly why your ass is sore.
Really? So comedian Alan Havey joins us. What else is on your mind? What are you talking about these days?
Oh, my girlfriend wants to have kids now, and I don't want kids. You know, kids are spoiled today. I don't know what happened. I guess children had a major coup about.
Hey, 9:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy, can you update that weather forecast, please?
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today after we get through the fog. High 61. Partly cloudy tonight, low 45. Mostly cloudy 68 tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Keep listening for some serious cash. That's all I'm going to tell you. I figured it.
Wise guy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you very much.
That's the name of the TV show.
Chick McGee across the way. There's Christy Lee over there. You can see her at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Thank you very much. Ace Cosby's over there. Good to see you, Ace.
See you.
Josh Arnold's over there.
Hi.
Pat Godwin's back there.
Hey.
And let's see. Through the glass is Jessica Alsman as we try to keep our social distancing up and running. Here in the Bob and Tom program. It is 25 March 2020.
I'm Hugh Downs.
Quarantine times
2020.
we are living in. And
that's a great Hugh Downs. Hello and welcome to 2020.
That is pretty good.
I'm nailing Hugh Downs over here.
Well, how does Mr. Downs feel about it? Is he still with us?
No, somehow. I thought he was.
Or is he? Did he?
I thought he was.
He just set the record for
Hugh
being
Downs?
on TV the longest, I think.
What?
Yeah, I think so.
I gotta look that
He
up.
was banging Barbara Walters, right? Yeah.
No, that's all those are lies.
Hugh Downs is still with us.
On the Today Show.
He was born in 21. So
99.
Wow.
He's closing in on 20. Can you imagine going around again?
Again?
Yeah, like I hit 2057. I don't think so.
Man, he's going on 2020.
Yeah, there you go. Another whiff.
I owe you money, Tom.
Yeah, we're at that. I'm gonna have to get one of the. I'm gonna have to get one of the interns to listen to. We don't have interns. I'll have to get someone to listen to the Today Show. And every time you swung and missed, now, again, plenty of home runs and a possible grand slam. But man, a lot of.
And listen to this.
A lot of whiffs.
Wise guy, Kevin Spacey. Ken Wall, Jonathan Banks, they're all in this TV show.
That was a cool show.
Ray Sharkey.
The
late great Ray Sharkey. Okay, let's move forward here.
Clyde Kusatsu.
Now,
Zazu Pitts.
We spent most of this last hour.
Remember Elijah Pitts?
Elijah Pitts. When I was a kid, I thought his name was Eli Pitts.
Oh yeah.
Had no idea.
I thought her name was P. Isadora.
Reasonable.
Why wouldn't you?
Let's cheer up everybody once
there
again.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
Trying to get the Burt Camford estate to get some extra cash today.
Well. That's a nice little addition.
Play this for the kids. Let them add a little something to it. Invent their own dance. Hey, speaking of dances, we have dancing in the news.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, along with bees.
Hey, there's a cow in here.
Do you have that story, Christy? This involves.
Yeah, it's called the waggle dance. A recent study has found that different species of honeybees have their own versions of the so-called waggle dance.
Oh,
bees use the dance to communicate with each other in the hive to indicate the direction as well as the distance of a food source.
I don't believe it.
Cool.
And this is actually, I read this really long article about this, as weird as it sounds. This has been a huge controversy in the world of
beekeeping,
bees for years.
Oh.
Huge. Like but this has just been resolved that different species of bees do a different waggle dance.
Interesting.
But first of all, isn't the waggle dance a great name?
Yeah.
Sounds like something your Uncle Fred did at his daughter's wedding in front of everybody. This is one we learned in the 20s. We call it the waggle dance.
It's not as good as the safety dance, I can tell you
that's
that.
for sure, yeah.
Men without hats.
That's for sure.
Of course.
The Macarena.
Waggle dance.
Waggle, waggle, waggle.
Have the waggle dance.
Sounds like it's great.
Although,
It'd be a great
Do you
name for
wiggle
a
and
song.
waggle or just waggle?
I like adding that. Waggle, waggle, waggle while you're dancing.
Do you wiggle or waggle or waggle, waggle,
Waggle, waggle, waggle, thunder, boom, boom, boom.
Waggle, baby.
We're doing the waggle dance.
Waggle.
What is it, Josh? Josh had something to add.
Waggle, baby. Waggle, baby.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's hilarious, man.
Okay, now let's get one more.
We got to build them up for
we're gonna have to save the hippos, the cows, the
and
Burmese
the Italian
python.
priest. Oh, gosh.
Okay, do the Italian priest very quickly.
Yeah, there's a video of an Italian priest going viral where he live streamed a mass, but he forgot to take the face filters off of his Facebook.
Well, I'm sure he didn't forget to take. Well, he probably didn't know they were there.
Well, he probably didn't.
I made a mistake.
Paolo Longo of the Church of San Pietro and San Benedetto di Polo
That sounds like the worst Italian ever. Pristo Paolo Longo.
tried to stream himself on Facebook, but inadvertently activated the site's AR filters.
Oopsie days.
Filters. So performing mass, he's wearing a sci-fi helmet, sunglasses, and a fedora.
There's one because he's moving around, and one of them all of a sudden he looks like one of the Blues Brothers.
Yes.
It's so funny.
After realizing his mistake, he later posted, "Even a laugh is good. God laughs. I'm sure he's having a great time."
Look, Mommy, that kitty cat's wearing a nightgown and speaking Latin.
I could absolutely shut the show down with the comment I'm thinking.
I was thinking one too that would shut it down.
Yeah, something I can think of something.
Be nice.
Some cheap shot.
Can't we be kind during these times?
People I'm used to text and enjoy my
You should watch that mass where the filters are coming out with a little bit of this in the background.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering products to keep your facility running is what Grainger do best.
Grainger.
For 90 years. Grainger.
Grainger.
Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need.
Get it done.
Grainger for the ones that get it done.
Thank you, Grainger. It would be really cool if the bunny ears popped on him when he starts talking about Easter.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
That might be the hand of God if that does happen. Okay, what did we learn in today's show? We learned all about Burt Camford, who I'd never heard of.
He's got the mad hits. We know that.
And this great song, which is
one of, yeah, we
mad
learned.
hits.
What is this thing called? Oh, African Beat.
Yeah.
Odd name. This is like calling a bald guy Curly, calling this song African Beat.
Oh, I disagree.
What's it? The African beat's in there.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Sort of soul-free, I think. Ooh, I guess it's in there somewhere.
Josh likes it.
I love it.
Chick McGee once had a foot-shaped gas pedal in one of his cars.
That's right.
And the little tiny foot-shaped bright lights
dimmer switch.
thing.
Is that in the Gremlin?
No, it was in the Dodge Charger. First
now that it's stay-at-home time, we found out a little. We're going to learn more tomorrow about pubic hair in Japan. Chick has decided he's going to take this opportunity to straighten his pubes.
Oh, how about that?
I'm going to get a flat iron and go at it.
I look forward to the video diary.
Blow dry out of the shower.
Okay, and there's a way you can sort of play miniature golf at home. What's the name of that company? The
Putt a Cup.
Putt a Cup.
Putt a Cup. Google it. It goes in the air vents in your house. Hilarious in the floor vents. A great thing to kill some time in these quarantine days. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom, 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I think dogs everywhere are really kind of enjoying this.
Oh, hell yeah. All their parents are home.
And they get to go on long walks.
Kids are playing with me. We played ball yesterday in the backyard.
Not all dogs are happy. Some of their owners have died.
That's true.
Oh, hang on one second.
Oh my gosh, Josh.
Oh, I'm just trying to make a point.
Well, we're supposed to make people feel good.
You know what? I've never been more proud.
And now a short 5-second song.
There's nothing funny down that road.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks to Jessica Alsman and our relationship expert from New York City, Allie Breen, for joining us on today's Bob and Tom Show. Coming up on Thursday, scheduled to appear, our West Coast mountain correspondent Al Jackson with a quiz for Tom. Get him a little more street, a little more hip, a little more knowledgeable about the ways of the world. And comedian Reno Collier from Nashville. We'll check in with Reno and see what he's up to on Thursday's Bob and Tom Show. Thanks so much for joining us. Ace Cosby up next with The Work Farce. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks again so much for listening. We couldn't do it without you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning with another edition of The Bob and Tom Show. Did I tell you to wash your hands? Go wash your hands.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
All right, kids. Is everybody buckled up?
Yeah, Dad.
Okay, let's roll.
We're going on vacation in our new SUV. We're driving across the country, so many sights to see. The rivers and the mountains, the amber waves of grain. As I'm backing out my driveway, I hear this refrain.
Are we there yet?
No, we're not there yet.
Are we there yet?
You can still see our house.
Are we there yet?
We just left.
Hey, are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there?
I can tell this is going to be a long vacation. We're heading down the freeway, got 1,000 miles to drive. I'm talking on my cell phone and going 45. Every 15 minutes, someone has to pee. And like a broken record, the kids keep asking me,
Are we there yet?
it's only been an hour.
Are we there yet?
Why does this car smell like feet?
Are we there yet?
No, we're not picking up any hitchhikers.